Hello, what's up tonight, everyone? Welcome. Fine Thursday to you all, and Dominaria United release day to y'all. Good to see ya. What is up? Lucid to Bloopin, Crowd Pleaser, Affinity Squirrel, Knife on, Kableplin, Looney Dog, Dane Wild Player, good to see ya. Eberil Malaysia, welcome to the first Fishbowl. Welcome back, by the way. It has been a minute. I miss saying your name. That's one of my favorite Twitch names. It's a very nice little pun there. Thank you for your subscription. Big subscription for you. Thank you. How is everyone doing today? So today, it's official release day of New Standard, and we're gonna play some New Standard. I honestly don't know. There's so many things that I want to try. Rotation is just so much fun. So many possibilities that I honestly don't know. We're going to start with mono black control, and even within just the archetype of mono black control, there's so many possibilities. This is just kind of like my base build of mono black control. You got the Lilianas, you got good removal, you got Tenacious Underbob, you got a Valve Sleeper, you got Invoke Despair, but not only are there a million different decks you could play, even with it, not Karn, no. Semzos, ban. I'm gonna turn into Jeff, and if anyone mentions Karn in the chat, just insta ban. But even just with a mono black, you could go and do a domain to power up the sweeper, which would be cool. You could go reanimator. There's so many different ways that we can go about this. So I'm super hyped to play some Magic tonight. Super hyped to play some Magic. I challenge you to make that Planeswalker good somehow. Splash Blue for Toxtrical's ability. I mean, we do got a Rafine's Tower that is technically a blue source, so we could play more Triumphs to make it work. So everyone's wanting the ban. I shouldn't have said that. I know. Now I'm just gonna get trolled by people saying Karn in chat. Here's the thing. So I asked today, what do you think the best against odds card from the set is? And so many people said Karn, which makes sense because I made a big deal about thinking Karn was bad. VoxJet, welcome to the Fish Bowl. And what's up, dog? Thank you for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. The problem is, I don't know how to do something cool with card. Like, against odds is all about playing bad cards. So on one hand, suggesting card for against odds makes a ton of sense. It's a card that's pretty bad. Can we make it good? The thing is, I feel like a good Karn deck would not be very entertaining. Like, if we made Karn work, it would be like some sort of just like control deck where it's like, oh, okay, we can like make some mana and draw some cards and find some removal spells. So I feel like even if we managed to like make it work, I don't think the end result would actually be an entertaining deck that people really enjoyed watching. I'm new to Magic. Can someone explain the card trend now? So there's a new Planeswalker in this set, Karn Living Legacy, and I've said that I think it's very, very bad, like one of the worst Planeswalkers they've ever printed. So people love suggesting that we should should we put a Karn in this deck? We could put a Karn in this deck. Will we do a limited stream soon? Limited stream or limited video soon, yeah. But we will do a draft of Dominaria United in the near future. Paradox Legend Inspiring Statuary. Ooh, the new Gruul Legend is like so perfect for Paradox Legend combos, like super good. Yeah, so we'll do some limited soon in one way or another. But anyway, let's do our reminders, start playing some Magic, and then we can jump around tonight. We can rebuild Mono Black Control. We can add Karn to Mono Black Control. We also have a bunch of other decks that we didn't get to, and new decks. Legendary. This deck looks. I really want to try this deck too. There's so many decks I want to try. This deck is probably going to be super horrible, but this is a legendary Mardu Dragon deck, with the idea being we can Ravaz to ramp into our dragons, and then our dragons have powerful death triggers. So our dragons, we legend rule them with Rocket Drawback out, and then we get token copies of them, which when they die, we get the death triggers, and then we just recast it from the graveyard to keep looping stuff. So I think the deck's probably like not good, but it seems like it would be really hilarious. There's just so many cool things that you can do with this. We got Bant mid-range, we got Naya mid-range, we got Neatrix Reanimator deck, we got Cleric Tribal, we got the 5-color Domain deck, which we did play a little bit on the early access day. We got Jeskai Ramp Slurs. Oh, there's so many options. Funny little fella. Welcome to the Fish Bowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super review. And we got a new donation from Karn Living Legacy, just released and already in the donations. $2 donation. Am I a joke to you? You think I'm not good? Play me, you coward. I'm sorry, Karn. I've liked you in the past, I will say. Past versions of Karn have been super sweet. I do like playing Super Friends. The Super Friends deck, we could work on the Super Friends deck. There's just so many cool things. Like, Yes, you could be a mono black sack deck with braids in it. You could go other colors with Super Friends. You could go into black and have Lilianas and stuff. So, but anyway, let's stop rambling. Let's do our reminders. We can start playing Magic as we go along. We can brew some decks. We can throw out ideas. We can make some decks, and either way, we're gonna have a lot of fun. So, how much do I have to donate to make you play Karn? I mean, if you really want to see Karn, I'll add a Karn to the deck. Like, how do you figure out if a card or a Karn for that matter is actually good? You play it. Like, that's the solution. So if y'all really want to see how good or bad Karn is, like this mono black control deck, we could play a copy of Karn in it. Like, it would be fine. I don't think we want to play 4 Karns or anything, or we'll probably never win a game. But if y'all want to see Karn, like, that's how you figure it out. Like, that's how you do it. You play with the cards and see if it's as bad as it looks or as good as it looks. Here's my thinking of Karn, really. My new theory is that we're getting another Karn in Brothers War, and it's going to be really good. So I think they made bad Karn to try to make good Karn that's coming next set look even better. That's my current theory, because I can't believe that they actually did Karn so wrong by giving him such a bad card. So I gotta think that there's some like long-term plan going on that's gonna make it all make sense. Awesome, dude, for the 71st month. Got many cool brews for the new set for Pioneer. Really excited. Yeah, the set is really sweet stuff for Pioneer as well. Big Steve for you. Thank you. So reminders, replay YouTube. That's where you'd find all the old streams, including this one in the future. Normal YouTube, tons of stuff coming up on there. Gameplay for the new set starts tomorrow. We finished our top 10 video shorts, all that stuff. So keep an eye on the YouTube for all that. A reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom. And if you need some magical cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com. Even get a free MTG Goldfish sticker. Just let them know you want one in your order notes and they'll hook you up. So thank you to Card Kingdom for supporting the show. Merch page, tokens, t-shirts, playmats, getaways, support the stream and the channel and the site. Donations always appreciated. Never required. $2 or more get short message red odd stream. Actually, did someone say Zer? I built 2 Zer decks today. I don't know if these are, I mean, there's very janky Zer shrines, and then I called this good Zer, not because I think it's good, but because it's so much better than janky Zer shrines. Zanky Zer shrines, I mean, it's a shrine deck. Shrines in standard it's asking a lot, but if shrines are going to work in standard, giving them hexproof, lifelink, and death touch seems like a really good way to go about it. So that's like super janky Zer. The good Zer, quote unquote. This deck doesn't look that bad to me. Like, it's 4 color, which is asking a lot of the mana base, but really, you get to play a bunch of enchantment creatures naturally, and then you get to play a bunch of good enchantment removal that you can also turn into creatures with Zer, plus you get payoffs like Spirit Sister's Call, Hallow Hunting, so that one actually doesn't look that horrible. Hey, what's up, Stone Raid? Happy birthday, Stone Raid! Happy birthday! But maybe we'll play some Zer in the future. But first, we're going to start with some ultimating of Liliana's. I wonder if Signets will show up in Standard in March of the Machines, or something, giving Karn is actually really good use of Power Stones. Do you think they'd ever put... Ooh, you build a Chaotic Transformation deck? I started to build Chaotic Transformation today when I was brewing, and I could not figure out a way... a payoff, like the good payoffs. There's no... Ooh, okay. Keldon Strike, what? Keldon Strike Team? What does this do? Oh, when you kick it, make tokens. Okay. So hoping to spin creatures into Titan of Industry, that makes sense. When I was working on it, my thinking was you can use like Fable the Mirrorbreaker, which you have. Blood Tithe Harvester. There's a bunch of things that make artifact tokens. So if you don't play any real artifacts and play things that make artifact tokens, then you can Chaotic Transformation into some big artifact. The problem is there's no big artifacts in Standard. Like the big artifacts are super, super bad. So I think like a lot of this will make more sense when we get to Brothers War, really. Did you get anything good from your egg? My egg was... Okay, little rat, and then we'll play this deck. So I open up Arena today. I open my egg. What pops up? 4 sets of gems in an alchemy rare. Oh, and then I clicked to the next page and it was better. I got my Dominaria United stuff, but it was a little depressing. If you already have full sets of stuff, it is a little depressing to open your egg. Wow, it's birthday day around here. Happy birthday to Luke Nick's wife. Hello, happy birthday to you. All right, so mono black control. What are we trying to do with this deck? Number 1, Ultimate Liliana. Really, the plan of this deck's pretty simple. We're killing your stuff. We're drawing extra cards. We're trying to Ultimate Liliana. We got some Toxtros. We got Invoke Despairs. We got Cruelty of Dicks. Also want to see if Shieldred's any good. That's a card that... people have been down on, and I keep thinking that Shielder is not as bad as people think. People keep like saying that it's really bad or whatever, but I think that Shielder might actually be pretty good. We also get to test out a Valve Sleeper, see if a Valve Sleeper is any good or if it just dies to everything. So that's deck number 1, Mono Black Control. Hey, what's up, Degorky? I love you as well. So let's start there, and we will go from there. Shielder is very good into Rafine. I could see that. Yeah, I mean, also, like, if you can just be a deck that attacks your opponent's hand with stuff like Liliana, you got married Sunday. Eberil Blazer, congratulations. That's a big thing to forget. Congratulations, that's super exciting. Yeah, huge congratulations. Any decks with braids? I built a few legendary themed decks that have braids in them. There's no braids in this deck. We could maybe play braids in this deck. Braid sacking lands actually has some value, but so far I've mostly played braids in like straight up Ooh, Valve Sleepers for days. All right, let's do some evolving. My uncle's best friend's cap's adopted mother, sister's granddaughter, teacher's pet hamster birthday. Well, happy birthday to Cowbell Bellblast. Uncle's best friend's cat's adopted mother, sister's granddaughter's teacher's pet hamster's birthday as well. Happy birthday to you, pet hamster. His sleeper been good. I think it's better than any other 1-drop. Although I do think there's a question as to whether I even want a 1-drop. If you're gonna play a 1-drop, I think it's the right one to play. But it might be better just not to play any 1-drops at all. That also seems like a possibility. Well, let's go attacking. See if we can get our opponent with the bait attack. Would you like to block Hopeful Initiate? Someone sent me this really cool idea. Gordy and then Jimothy. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Someone sent me a really cool idea about Zur. Using Zur to animate sagas and then removing the counters from the sagas. The problem is Sanctuary Warden's like the only card that in standard that can remove the counters. So there's not really enough support to make it work. Yes, Zerdex. This is the one that I thought was like maybe a little tiny bit competitive, at least for a Zur deck. And then this is the very janky Shrine deck. Well, play the land, go to combat. Go attacking. Opponent. Let's just... We're going to play the Valve Sleeper game for now. Let's pass. Valve Sleeper. Why? Okay. Kills a Valve Sleeper. I mean, I think this is going to be a game where we see an example of Sheoldred's power. Like, if we weren't out Sheoldred against this Boros aggro deck... Oh, alright. Well, I guess we gotta kill Adeleine. Leveling up would be sweet, but instead we need that to die. I was talking to my sister's boyfriend who plays a bit of I know I mentioned before a little bit with the Shrine deck with all the basics, but I was talking to my sister's boyfriend and he was telling me about his experiences with Adeleine, which make a lot of sense. He was just saying that, like, no matter what deck he plays against, and no matter what color combination the opponent is, the Adeleine just comes down. The 1/4 that makes a token when it attacks or whatever, like, comes down and just absolutely destroys it. Body Launderer Braids, and that is pretty true of Adeleine. Adeleine is a very strong card. Well, we're gonna play Sheoldred and win, I think. Play DMU, I believe, is the code to get your free packs. So how would you build around braids? What would be your idea? I missed a donation. Oh no. Jaguar, my apologies. $3.33 donation. Hey Seth, thanks to you and your chat's help, I had a large list of potential Magic nicknames for the unborn little one. After running through the list, my wife and I are going with Squee. So little baby Squee coming April 2023. Hey, it's got a nice little rhyme to it. Squee in 2023. Almost sounds like a political thing. Vote Squee in 23. I like it. That's a perfect one. Thank you for the donation, Jaguar. That's super exciting. Mr. Monkey, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. No, please post your deck list. If you have sweet deck lists, love to see them, talk about them. Oh, we can reanimate Adeleine? All right. Put a creature from a graveyard. All right, let's read ahead. Wow, Wizards and their numbering system. I will give Wizards a shout out. Arenas actually function pretty well today, surprisingly well. Well, get in, make an Edaline token. Maybe the Cruelty of Grix is good. Rusty Shackleford Ashika. Average Box, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. So what have you all been playing in New Standard? Have you even got a chance to play it yet? The hype train is a running. Opponent, Intrepid Adverse. Oh, this meatball is gonna make our opponent very sad. It's gonna be a sad day. What? Okay. Opponent still feels they're the aggro. Braid stuff. So braids, you can sack any card type, and then, yeah, I mean, sure, we'll take it, and then we'll kill you. We don't even have to meatball, do we? Don't we just attack? Oh, it says lifelink. All right, so I guess we do. So if we meatball X2, kill Intrepid Adversary, kill our stuff, hit ya, kill ya. That's pretty good. No cardboard update. Oh, is cardboard live? I had it open, but maybe I need to restart it. Yeah, let's sideboard and then we'll fix it. Oh, also chat, I'm proud of this. I cleaned my desktop today. You're going to be very pleased. Very pleased with the desktop cleanliness. A Valve Sleeper was fine there. Actually, was a Valve Sleeper good? One of them died to a lightning strike. The other one got outclassed pretty quickly. Although, if we weren't doing other things, we would have been able to level it up and it would have been good. It's probably still fine. What are we cutting though? We got on a Bank Buster. One synergy I found that I really like is Liliana Sorin. If you have both of them going, Sorin ticks up, Liliana ticks up. You can discard what you got to Sorin, so you're never really going down cards. So I think that synergy is actually pretty powerful. And She Altered was really good there. Sleeper seems bad. Yeah, I mean, I think there's... So we were talking about this earlier. There's a bunch of ways to go about building this deck. One option is to go bigger and like play more Reckoner Bank Busters or something and cut the sleepers altogether. Another interesting option is to play a bunch of Triomes and play the Domain Sweeper, which could be sweep. Another even going deeper option is there's this Domain card I'm really intrigued. It's one of the common Domain cards, and it's 3 mana, instant speed. Look at the top X cards of your library who X is your domain. Put 2 in your hand, the rest go in the graveyard. I think you could play that and play some sort of like Domain Reanimator deck, which would be really interesting. So there's a bunch of different ways to go about this. Do you still do Commander Clash? It's been a while since I've seen a video. Commander Clash still goes up every single week, but it's on the Commander YouTube rather than the main YouTube. So if you don't follow the Commander YouTube, that's probably why you haven't seen it. But yeah, there's still every Friday. Can we do a poll to change desktop background to Card Living Legacy? What are you doing, Bearby? Hey, Bearby. Are you going to come say hi to everyone? You're always so camera shy. Come on, over here. Come on, come over here, say hi. Come here. Can you see everyone? Here. Ooh. Here, big boy. Hey, there you go. Hey, Bubby. Can you say hi to everyone? Yay, look at that. Yeah, breathe heavily in the mic. Breathe heavily in the mic. Good boy. Hey, Bearby. Hey, big boy. All right. Oh, good boy. Here, have a treat. Go do bear stuff. Yeah, that's fine. I think. We might get run over. Yeah, Bear's... He's got to be 150 pounds now. He's got to be... Which new DMU legend are you most hyped to play in Commander Clash? So, there's 2. Really hyped to play Ivy. I think Ivy is really, really interesting to me. So, Ivy is one. The other one I'm interested in is Rocket Robic. I think Rocket Robic is just such a cool card. Spec on Karn. How could the Karn spec ever possibly work out, though? Like, what is the best case scenario? Like, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. Like, what could be printed that would make Karn valuable? I don't know if it's possible. Like, if they printed Black Lotus or something. When is the top 10 historic Brawl video coming up? Ooh, maybe I should do one. Maybe that would be worth it. I have been playing a decent amount of historic Brawl lately, so maybe we should just do it. I think Bear would probably be pretty good at Arena, I think. Decent, at least. Well, let's take up Lily. Discard Tenacious Underdog. Yeah, let's play another Lily. I don't know. Why did everyone think Liliana was going to be bad in Standard? Liliana's been so good. Mechadire, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super review. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank ya. How much do I have to donate for you to play my Orloro EDH deck, working and tuning it to handle 3 versus 1? Oh, that's wise. Tuning it to handle 3 versus 1 is wise because Orloro is a pretty strong commander. So, oh boy. Oh. Opponent. How you feeling over there? Are you despairing? Tesha, wow, the shibib. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super review. Check out my amazing fully foiled paper list. Please consider crushing the crew in a budget game a budget less game. Set your always the highest deck cost average. Enjoy. Ooh, let me see. Oh, Maelstrom Wander. So much value. I mean, this is just, we're just like picking this deck apart. I almost feel bad by how much we're beating our opponent. You know what? Let's go full Cruelty of Grix mode, starting at the beginning. No reading ahead today. Okay, opponent's got nothing. I'll play the Land Ambassador. That's still fine. We get to tutor next turn for something. Oh, we'll start Cordboard Live after this game. Plus, you got to see my beautiful desktop. Ooh, Shieldred. Well, you know what? Opponent. How you feeling? How you feeling? Our community is doing a budget EDH tournament. We can only use cards from our leader's TCG player store. It's a blast. My commander is Wilson. Wilson's such a, I love the flavor of Wilson. Bear's more of a green player, I think. Well, I guess we take Sun Gold Sentinel. Not super exciting, but man, Cruelty of Grix actually felt really good there. What do you think about the draft format? I'm hoping it's good. I haven't actually got to play it yet, but I'm hoping that it's actually pretty good. Oh, you probably shouldn't exile that creature, come to think of it. If we're gonna play these trespassers. Yeah, it was better to leave it in the graveyard. How has Limited been? I haven't got a chance to draft yet. I've been doing Commander Clash today. Are you buying any DMU in paper? I have not bought any DMU in paper yet. I'm thinking, and wow, that was too easy for Mono Black. I was thinking of buying the Dominaria Remastered set. The pre-order price on that was kind of appealing. I don't know if it's still, I'll have to look and see. Bearby. I'll have to look and see if the price is still the same. Let's turn on Cardboard Live. I know it's like, let me look on Amazon, see if it's still there. Dominaria Remastered. Yeah, so here's my thinking. I feel like this is probably a really good deal. Obviously, it's a little bit speculative, but if this is like Time Spiral Remastered instantly sold out, and boxes went up to like $300, and I couldn't get them after I got like one box that was relatively cheap. So I'm kind of tempted to, instead of buying Dominaria proper, just like order a bunch of like several boxes of remastered, because I feel like that's so likely to go. Yeah, that's a set that has like Force of Will and a bunch of old stuff in it. So that's kind of what I'm leaning towards, but I haven't done it yet, and Look at that desktop, chat. Look at that desktop. No need to avert your eyes today. The desktop, clean, organized, at least by my standards. No icons over here. Clear look at Ragavan. Oh, look at that. Bearby, chill, bud. Bearby's just like sitting. You can't see him. He's like sitting next to me, just pawing me repeatedly until I give him treats. Such a beggar. I know. Isn't that impressive? That's about the cleanest my desktop has ever been. Does Liliana Veilsea play in Legacy? Fringe-ish play, I would say. Liliana's not a staple, but occasionally you see like Jund decks, mono black, like Pock style decks, things like that play Liliana. So it's of a power level that's good enough for Legacy, but there's just not like a tier home for it at the moment. Nurtrum Fight, welcome to the Fishbowl. All right, bud, this is it. This is the last one. Now you gotta chill because I'm streaming, okay? Go do puppy things. Go outside. Swamp, go. Daddy IL is such a cool deck. We need more Hymn to Turok decks, I think, in the format. About it. Alright, so opponent's playing black-white. Bearby, you ate all the treats, bud. I think Graveyard Trespasser is still, like, super good in... Well, okay, less good. I was gonna say super good in New Standard, but it does not line up that well with Liliana in specific. Oh, so many lands! You know what we need is Castle Lochwain. I really miss Castle Lochwain. Castle Lochwain would be so good in this deck. Bear's good. Although, needy at the moment. Ooh, Rite of Oblivion. Well, this Invoke Despair should be pretty good. I wish. Oh, we're not even going to draw a card? We're just, well, I mean, I guess this is still, oh, Tox, oh my god. All right, well, we get rid of Liliana, Wedding Announcement, and the token, which isn't bad. Ooh, Coffers would be so sweet. That's the thing I'm missing most in this format, is there's just so little land value. Have you tried pressing window button plus D to show the desktop instead of toggling full size in Arena? Is that a trap? Is that a trick of some kind? I'm always nervous when someone wants me to push window button plus something that is gonna like explode my computer or whatever. Is this a trick? More Lilianas. Oh my god. Well, this is looking bad because our opponent's drawing many Lilianas and we are not drawing anything of note. Yeah, this is not good. Ooh, okay, Tenacious Underdog is pretty good though. That's actually very good. Tenacious Underdog, blitz it, hit the Liliana. Play the land, sack it, draw a card. Yeah, this Tenacious Underd might get there. Tenacious Bob. About it. I mean, I gotta give a shout out to Wizards. Arena's actually working today. I never expect Arena to work on release day, but today it actually kind of is. Yeah, Toxer's just gonna die anyway. Discards Wandering Emperor. So if we play this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we can fully level it up. I feel like our opponent has to have another Wandering Emperor, or they wouldn't discard the first one. Ooh, can anyone rate this deck? Let me see. Mulligan. Mulligano. No Igor. Wow, I was way off on that one. Orzhov Humans, eh? You know what? Let's go on the Valve Sleeper plan. This lets us play around a Wandering Emperor, exiling our stuff. If our opponent takes down, then at least we got rid of the Liliana, so it's kind of a win. So Orzhov Humans. Orzhov Humans looks, that looks solid to me. Kind of a big human deck, which is interesting. Normally when I see humans are like super aggro, but I like the go big idea of this deck. Yeah? I like the hostile. I've been playing one hostile in some of my decks. I still don't know if it's very good, but there's just so little land value that I think it's kind of worth it. You can't be picky in this standard if you want to get value out of your lands. I mean, this is basically Castle Lockwain. The downside is it's a Castle Lockwain that dies. Although this is a good example. Oh, all right. We were correct to play around the Wandering Emperor.
I'm not overconfident. You're just underwhelming.
Sure. Where are the new decks on the site? They're coming. They're coming. Richard messaged me a little bit ago and said it's in progress. So the new decks are definitely coming. Crokies was playing 5-color legendary deck. It's disgusting. Yeah, I saw the 5-color legendary human list. It looked like it could do some big things. Ooh, Joda for Explorer, eh? Ooh. That looks sweet. I mean, Joda is a really powerful card if you can get it on the battlefield. And I think people have kind of stumbled on the idea that Catilda is legendary and a mana dork, which then it leads people towards the like human plan, which makes a lot of sense because you play humans to ramp into Joda. And then I guess like Joda is so strong that even though legendary humans are not the strongest of legends, what did our opponent sack? What did... Oh, they... Alright, they made another Wandering Emperor token. I see. Are you discarding your last card about it? Yeah, Joda is definitely one of the most exciting cards from the deck. Opponent. Ooh. Well, this isn't bad. Not bad at all. So, well, let's blitz Tenacious Underdog. Go to combat. Attack Wandering Emperor. Opponent blocks. We draw even more swamps. I'll get rid of Liliana. So many lands. Pass the turn. You were asking about a Braids deck. This is probably what I'd be looking for to do with her in Standard as an aggro card. All right, opponent milling. Getting back another Planeswalker, I assume. Well, it's all up to Tenacious Underbob. We get to snipe the... This is kind of working. We have flooded out severely, but this Tenacious Underdog is just so good. Yeah, I think that in a... aggro deck, Black Defiler is really good. Well, Underbob. Play the land, draw some cards. Please not more. Oh my god, so many lands. So many lands. Okay, sure. Opponent. Liliana. Digs it up. Sure. Gets in, hits us. All right, underdog. We're killing ourselves pretty rapidly. Attack the Liliana. Liliana down. If we can get our opponent empty-handed, then this Shieldred could potentially do a lot of work. All right, underdogs. How good is Shieldred? Rafine's Tower is mostly just a cycling land, although it does let us technically activate Toxtril, which is not super likely, but it could matter. All right, let's start with meatballing away this token. Sorin. Make a vampire. Well, I guess Shieldred's gonna have to wait. Land number 10 past the turn. Any ideas for Karn? I haven't been able to come up with anything that seems like a realistic plan for making Karn work. Well, we also have infinite land, so sure. Oh, how do we do this? Well, hit you with a vampire. Gain a bit of life. Tick up Sorin. No fear. Oh, all right, another land. Funjamonk, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Thank ya. I think there is a place for braids in standard. I just don't know. I don't know what that place is exactly. All right. Hold, Shieldred, hold. Spirited Companion. I feel like Karn's selling an EDH and artifact deck because you get infinite mana, you can tutor up a win con. But aren't there just like easier ways to tutor up your win con, like a demonic tutor or something? Like, there's so many, like Ring of Three Wishes. Like, if you have infinite mana in a colorless deck, I'm still not sure Karn is like the best way to. I'm still not sure that Karn is like the best way to find your win con. All right, opponent finds an answer, attacks with braids. And is Circa Benevento. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super video. Thank you. Thank ya. Well, I guess we should have accrued. I was thinking we might draw, but now I'm thinking we're gonna get back this Tox roll, which I think is better than drawing. Yeah, Tox roll seems decent. Ooh. Well, all right, we might be waiting on. Well, can we Tox roll still? I guess we can still Tox roll. Ah! Bonus scoops it up. Yeah, I mean, I will take a punt for that. Wow, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Maybe Karn's not the best in Commander, but redundancy is important. Here's the one place that I've become convinced that Karn could be good, and that is specifically colorless Commander decks. As in, you have a colorless Commander. If you have a colorless Commander, I think there's an argument for Karn in your Commander deck. I really think if you're not colorless, it's so hard for me to imagine. Like, good if you have infinite mana, I think describes like literally every X spell in the history of Magic. There's very few cards that have X in them that are bad in the context of you having infinite mana. So for me, that's not really like a selling point. Because the hard part is infinite mana, not winning if you have infinite mana. If you have infinite mana and you can't win, then something is very, very wrong with your deck. So to me, the like good if you have infinite mana is not the most convincing argument as to the actual goodness of Karn. His Power Stones don't like cast creature spells. Yeah, well, they can cast artifacts, right? Artifact creatures. But yeah, his Power Stones are very limited. Are you still looking for that one niche deck to make Karn playable? I mean, I'm still on the just Karn is bad plan, but people love talking about Karn, and I also like talking about Magic cards, so I'm trying to figure out if there's any place where Karn could actually be good. I said, my theory now is, and I'm going to stick to this, busted Karn next set. Busted Karn that's like, maybe, how about this? If you want a prediction, and maybe this doesn't work because of flavor. Oh no, we're going to time out here. If you want a prediction, wow, we really need to sideboard quickly. Oh, Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. 61 card special. That was horrible sideboarding. How about this prediction? Magic 30, 30th anniversary. They just reprinted Liliana the Veil. They just printed that Urza's saga thing, the Super Friend saga. This specifically references Planeswalker's mana value 6 or less. Okay, wild prediction. Karn liberated next set. How about that? And that's the reprint. That's the reprint. Karn liberated, coming back in Brothers War. If you add all that together and put on a tinfoil hat, I think you can add up to that. I think you can get there. I mean, Karn liberated is not, traditionally at least, has not ever really been that good in Standard. So I think power level wise, it would probably be okay. Karn is not nearly as brutal as Ugin. If oh, maybe we're gonna regret cutting our sweepers here. Oh goodness. Oh yeah, we're gonna definitely regret cutting those meatball massacres. Our rush sideboarding might do us in. Karn is not nearly as brutal as Ugin, just so it's clear. Ugin comes down and sweeps away your whole board. Karn just gets rid of one thing. Like, it's good, especially in older formats where it comes down on turn 3, but I don't think it's like, I don't think it's problematically good, I would say. Well, get rid of Jadar. Opponent. I just don't know the story aspect. Like, is Karn being liberated? Does that make any sense lore-wise? I don't know. I'm not expert in such things. Yeah, the problem with Ugin is it just invalidates the previous many turns of the game. Like, it just comes down and it just undoes everything. Trespasser. See, this is where, like, we have the Rafine's Tower. If we had that Domain Sweeper, we'd be in serious business here. So we're going to play another Trespasser. How can we get out of this? The Spirited Companion shutting down our Liliana. This is going to flip. Ew. Yeah, I think we're just dead here. Maybe not Brothers War, but at some point Karn will escape the Phyrexians. He'll be liberated in March of the Machines. Ooh, maybe that's the epilogue. I'm still super curious what that epilogue set is. The March of the Machines epilogue, because we know it's not a real set, but we know it's Standard legal. Could it just be like a bunch of sweet reprints that they put into Standard? That would be interesting. Also, what do you think about? So obviously Standard getting, this is game 2, thankfully, I think. Hopefully it's game 2. So obviously Wizards is concerned about Standard getting stale. We see that with, yeah, I don't think we, it's just so bad. Once we go to sideboard and we really get a sideboard, Wizards is obviously concerned. Yeah, we're just gonna die. Wizards is obviously concerned about Standard getting stale. We see that with Alchemy. Like, Alchemy is, yeah, so opponent, they look like some sort of Super Friends deck, but they actually have a ridiculous amount of creatures in their deck. Like, many creature cards. So I think we need to sideboard in a way that respects our opponent having a lot of creatures. Which is probably not playing every Reckoner Bankbuster, I guess. Maybe Liliana. Are they playing Spirited Companion just to make Liliana bad? It's working. Like, it does make Liliana bad. I don't know how to sideboard now. Do we cut Toxrill? Toxrill's like so spicy, but maybe it's like Toxrill, Cruelty. Maybe Cruelty doesn't do enough. And we just try to focus on killing creatures and, I don't know, playing Shieldred or something. Maybe something like that'll work. But what do you think about this? If Wizards is concerned about Standard getting stale, what about putting like Dominaria Remastered into Standard? Yeah, I know. It feels bad to cut the slug, but I feel like with the amount of removal our opponent has, we probably just have to. We're really good at drawing this one Rafine's Tower. Would that be sweet, or would that like ruin Standard? Opponent. Duress. Sure. Bad pilfer. Takes the bank buster. Well, we will pilfer you. Wow. Okay, so opponent's just like a straight up. Wow. Opponent's deck in game one is so much different looking than this. So much different. Garden Dominaria. I'll keep on pilfering, I guess. Non-lands. Oh, no. All right, opponent. Solid action. Passes the turn. Creature Karn could be sweet. It's already hinted that March of the Machines is Phyrexia invading Thero, Zendikar, and Kamigawa. Whoa. Wait, so you think that's what it's going to be? Oh, opponent. Oh, well. All right, deck. Show us the traditional land. Yeah, we're just super locked out of this game. Super locked. Well, play Sorin, take it down. It's gonna die. But I mean, then the Phyrexian's gotta lose, right? There's no way they're just gonna destroy. They're just gonna destroy all that stuff. Like, they can't destroy several of their most popular planes. So I feel like if they're gonna do that, doesn't that mean they have to lose? Okay. Well, you killed our Sorin. Well, play your own Graveyard Trespasser. Hey, what's up, Birds? How are you? I mean, it's going well. We might be losing this one, but we've only played a couple matches. We're 1-0 at the moment. Yes, Wandering Emperor is an issue for sure. Well, pass the turn. I guess we attack if our opponent's going to. Well, actually, do we attack? So they're gonna Wandering Emperor. If we attack, they can take down and snipe it, and then they start taking up to put counters on this. Yeah, okay, no attacks. All right, go ahead, Wandering Emperor. Phyrexia isn't going to win. I think folks here are reaching. March will likely be multiple planes striking down Phyrexia. The other question I have is, didn't we just kind of do this with War of the Spark? Like, what's if the idea is, I hear everyone comparing this arc to like Avengers Endgame or whatever, which I've actually never seen, but I've heard enough about it that I think I understand where they're going. Plus, I mean, I played War of the Spark standard, so, but is this just War of the Spark Redux? Is this the same thing? Like, you got the bad guys and they call them the good guys from all over, and the good guys all fight the bad guys. Is that it? About it. Attacks. Wow, someone enlisted. All right, opponent. Sure. Scry 2. Broken. This enlist mechanic. Keeps one on top. Well, so the cost of scrying 2 is going to be our opponent discarding a card, I guess. And also losing their Wandering Emperor. This is it's enlist mechanic. I don't know. This is not selling me on enlist. The way this turn is looking for our opponent. All right, opponent discards. We take a bit. They can't remove the Glutton. All right, they play a Sarah Paragon. They get to remake their land drop. Well, we play the land. Kill the Sarah Paragon. Kill the Wandering Emperor. Well, Sheoldred. How good Sheoldred? How good is Sheoldred? Yeah, if Enlist worked with summoning sick creatures would be really good. Can you respond to the Enlist trigger by killing their non-attacking creature to fizzle Enlist? It's a good question. I don't think so. All right, opponent hits us to 13. All right, we'll play Sheoldred. Hit our opponent. Eat their stuff. All right. Is Sheoldred enough? Is Sheoldred enough? Opponent's got nothing to discard. Wow, they're going to double block. All right. Sure. You can't enlist when you're playing defense, opponent. Opponent change of plans. On second thought, realizes enlisted bad and takes it. Opponent down to 11. I mean, if they draw an answer for Sheoldred, we're kind of in a sticky spot. So we're really going to come down to who top decks, I think. Opponent attacks with everything. Well, we'll kill the token, take some damage. Down to 4. Oh, we keep drawing lands in the worst possible way. Well, we'll play a land, pass the turn. Wow, so close. Yeah. Opponent untaps. Gets drained. Down to 9. Righteous Fury. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big Tube TV. Thank you. Thank ya. Opponent attacks. Scries. 1 to the top. Well, let's see. If they drew Wandering Emperor, we lose, but we can't really do anything about that. Well, we drew a bunch of lands and our opponent drew a bunch of planeswalkers. That is the TLDR. Play DMU is the code to get your free packs. Actually, we should grab our free packs right now. Hey, what's up, Reagan Archmage? How are you? What's up, Play Madness? Good to see you. Magic. Magic's such an interesting game. It's kind of, I guess, neat to see a game come down to top decking. It's been a lot of years in Play DMU. It feels like it's been a lot of years since there's been the possibility of there being a top deck war. And we actually got to the point where there was a top deck war. It is a bummer that we lost the top deck war in the game because of it, but we got in. I mean, we didn't get enlisted. Our opponent drew Wandering Emperor. The enlist was not really doing much of anything, was it? I don't know. Maybe enlist is way better than I think. Our opponent got a little bit of value out of it, I guess, sort of. Did they get value out of it? Yeah, let's just attack. We don't really care if it dies. We're fine with blitzing it. We'd rather be blitzing it. Tenacious under Bob. I'd like your opinion on this deck. Oh, let me see, Elf. Liliana the Veil. Opponent ticks up. Well, this is fine. We'll discard an Inferno Grasp. We'll march the Liliana. And now we can just underbob it and kill it. Ooh, Shieldred. Well, all right. Underbob. Kill the Lily. Draw 8 card. Ooh, Soren's not bad. I built a modern enlist deck and it's been doing pretty good. Really? What? I would love to see it, Warlock. I have not really seen much of anything that made me think that the mechanic was going to be strong, but I'd love to be wrong. All right, snag the Shakedown Heavy. Well, we'll see. Opponent's got the Soren, but we got the Cruelty, and we can steal the Shakedown Heavy if we want to. Golgari Yard. I think something like this could be pretty sweet, Elf. 24 creatures is pretty good. I think you want as many, for our experience with the Tarmogoyf, is you just need as many creatures as possible. 24 might be good enough though, and you do need some interaction. I do wonder, like, I wonder if the Cat Oven plan is worth it. That would be, I would wonder, because if you cut the Cauldron Familiar and the Witch's Oven, and there's no like Mayhem Devil or anything to go with them, so it's really just the Cat Oven. That would let you get rid of the Oven and maybe play another creature in that slot to up the Goyf count and the Stick Fingers count. So I think it's on the right track for sure. I like the direction it's heading. Well, yeah, I think it's Invoke Despair time. I think Invoke Despair is like one of the reasons to play this deck. Card is a lot stronger than I gave it credit for during spoiler season. That is for sure. Can we expect you to revisit the Commander Clash banding deck with the new enlist cards? Ooh. Yes, but I might have to do it in paper. We really need a more banding creatures on Moto. That was the biggest problem with the deck, is a lot of the old banding creatures just aren't on Magic Online, and that made the deck a lot worse than I wanted it to be. All right, I'll pass the turn. Soren versus Soren. Opponent kills the Shakedown Heavy. This might be fine though, because our opponent's probably going to try to blitz and kill the Soren, and we can kill the Vampire and keep our Soren. Yep. About it. Oh, all right, kill the Vampire. Soren lives. About it. What are you doing with the Soren? Ticking up. Draws. Main deck Duress. Wow, are we in a world where people play main deck Duress? I don't know if it's. Yeah, I kind of want to add more Gixes. Well, Tenacious Underdog. Take up Soren. Ouch. Yes, I think it's worth it. Down to 5. Kill the Soren. Not a lot of life to play with. Graveyard Trespasser. Eat the Underbob. Go. I mean, there's definitely enough Planeswalkers to build a straight up Super Friends deck. Oh, Moto being open source would be so sweet. I don't know if that would ever happen, but it would be super sweet if it did. All right, well, there goes our Trespasser.
One of your friends has to leave.
Fight rigging. All right, sure. Well, make a vampire. Play the land. Blitz the Underbob. Kill the Lily. Shieldred. Can Shieldred carry? Yeah, the only problem with the cockatrice stuff that I found is just not having the rules engine makes it really clunky. That's my issue with it, is like, if you're playing against friends, it's fine, but if you're playing against random people, not knowing the rules is a wow. Can't be that's Shieldred win. That's Shieldred. X-Mage does rules? Really? So it's basically just like Moto? Oh, I didn't know that there was an open source game that had a rules engine. I didn't think that was legal. What do you think about Doothy Voidwalker in 16 rack? I think it's for sure worth it out of the sideboard. Maybe worth it in the main deck. It probably depends on how important Graveyard Hate is in the meta. Karja, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. I used to watch you on X-Mage. I've never like made content on X-Mage. For me, like Cockatrice and X-Mage, because I'm a Magic addict, and then Magic Online, this was pre-Arena era, Magic Online would have downtime on Wednesdays, and you can't go a whole afternoon without playing Magic. That's just not possible. No one can do that. So I would play like Cockatrice or whatever during downtime to get my Magic fix when Moto was down. Yeah, that went pretty well. That was a close one. I mean, I think that Mono Black it's pretty good. I think we might make some changes to it after this. I kind of want to see if we can go Reanimator. What do you think about Mono Black Reanimator? Do you think it would make the deck better or worse? Well, Hero's Downfall's good. March seems good. I don't know about a Valve Sleeper. I'm on the fence on whether it's actually worth it in this deck or not. So close. I do know that Invoke Despair has been really good. That's kind of been the hero. Maybe something like this. And Cruelty of Grixis felt good every time we cast it. Long Nap, welcome to the Fishbowl for the 29th month. Hey Seth, haven't been able to watch you live, but been catching the streams on YouTube. Dominaria, we also love the Brawl content. Hey, thank you, Long Nap. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I've been having fun playing Brawl every now and then. Yeah, a Valve Sleeper, in the early game it dies, but in the late game it is a 1-drop that's actually pretty powerful. Yeah, let's try Reanimator. See if we can build. I'm intrigued by the Domain Reanimator idea. The only problem is the curve is going to end up being pretty high, but I feel like it could be sweet. I think it's got potential. Well, our Triumph that we always draw the one of. Wonder if anyone has tried an Esper midrange with Liliana for discard and Sarah Paragon to reanimate. Ooh, I think we actually played against someone who was doing something very similar to that. So people are definitely trying it. We haven't actually tried it yet, but well, all right, Underbob, yeah. Have I tried any deck with the new Ajani? New Ajani played a little bit in Super Friends. Chris, the code is PlayDMU. Well, all right, Lily time. They got rid of one, but you can't stop all the lilies. Wow, cycles the Triome. I also love the synergy that Liliana, like Tenacious Underdog is just really good. It synergizes with Shoulder, it synergizes with Liliana, discard to Liliana, blitz it back into play. It's like we didn't really discard anything. That's also a really good synergy. This is Mono Black Dog, the Lord. Mono Black, ooh. They're gonna be able to snipe our underdog. That's awkward. Mono black control. I'll play the land, play Bank Buster. Sadly, I think we're going to discard the Shieldred. I think we want to try to ultimate Liliana. We're not even going to attack. We're just going to stay on defense. We're on the ultimate Lily plan. That's what we came here to do. Hey, what's up, Mr. Zakara? How are you? Sorin. Okay, that's a good one. About it. Taking up Sorin. Draws a land. Do you play the land? They're going to hold it to discard. All right, so we get to draw. We would like to hit a land for this Invoke Despair. Land, yes. All right, well, playing the land, Invoke Despair. Soaring down. Draw 2. Opponent GG's us. We'll GG him back. Take up Liliana. And opponent, done. That was going to be the Lily ultimate. We did get to it, but that was going to be the Lily ultimate. Hey, Seth, been working on True Jund in Historic for a few sets now. Lily, I think, and with Lily, I really think I have it set. What do you think? Ooh, let me take a look. Historic Jund does sound sweet. The Tarmogoyf edition made so much more sense in that anthology once they spoiled Liliana, because then you really do have a very close to Modern Jund. Knight of the Eben Legion, Tarmogoyf Bone Crusher, Lily. I mean, that looks like Jund to me. How is Knight of the Eben Legion bad? Normally, so I guess this would be like Zoomer Jund. When I think of like traditional Jund, I usually don't think of 1-drops too much, but then like Ragavan. Let's do one more with this and we'll try to build a Reanimator. Silverbugs, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super thank you. Need to turn up the volume when I play. Is it Crispin Freeman playing Sorman's voice? Oh, I don't know. That's a good question. Goyf is so bad. Yeah, Goyf hasn't been as good as I was hoping. Yeah, that's kind of, I don't think of 1-drop creatures, although like I said, that's kind of changed in the Ragavan era. Luris and Ragavan kind of like shifted that to some extent in Modern. Yeah, the deck looks sweet though. Oh, Belmore's so sweet, Mr. Zagara. Yeah, Belmore's really, really good. Well, playing the land, pass the turn. No Werewolf Eater Underbob, please. Braids. All right, well. Yeah, well, we will kill the Braids. I feel like Braids is going to be good eventually. There's got to be a Braids deck. There's got to be. I think Braids is a powerful card. Braids is better than I realized in Commander 2. Yeah, a lot of people are playing black, apparently. We've played a lot of Orzhov, Rakdos, Jund. Aww. Orzhov, Rakdos, Jund, that kind of stuff. Oh, all right, that works. Liliana, get rid of the Trespasser.
Happy to help, but I'm taking. I've always hated crowds.
Oh, yeah. Yorgo. So I had a Yeheni deck since 2017, and the whole idea was generic good stuff. Wow, they didn't blitz? Wow, they definitely didn't blitz. Okay. That's kind of surprising. Well, we'll kill one of them. Play the... Yeah, let's Cruelty. Started the first chapter. Oh, Shieldred. Braids. The real problem is this Invoke Despair wrecking us. I'll take the Braids. Take up Lily. Yeah, our opponent's got the Underbobs. They got the Underbobs. That's the problem. Oh, they keep the Shieldred. Okay. Well, that makes me feel a little better. I don't think we could have beat the Invoke Despair, but we can beat the Shieldred, that's for sure. Just logged in and saw a Johnny player avatar got changed to Sleeper Agent. Not what I was. So it's been funny to see how much how much Ajani fans have been kind of upset about what has happened. Ooh, okay. Yes. Tutor. Oh, Toxrel's so greedy, but it's so sweet. You know what? I think we take it, because if they kill it, we just reanimate it, right? So we drop to 8. We play Toxrel. Opponent. Land. Tenacious Underdog. Goes attacking. We'll kill Tenacious Underdog. We drop to 3. Gonna be close. Gonna be close. Stuff dies. Okay. Draw. Down to 1. March of Wretched Souls. X6 on Shieldred. And then we can reanimate it? Maybe this Grix Saga is just like great. Yeah, maybe this saga is just like super good. Yeah, now we get the Shieldred. Yeah, it's kind of bonkers. Wow, that Grix Saga was like 1,000,000 for 1. Hit ya. Opponent. Very sad cut down. Killing the 1/1. Dropping to 10. Your go. Gonna march upkeep. Was there any value to marching upkeep, like compared to doing it before the saga triggered? Well, kill it. Opponent draws. Shieldred triggers. Down to 4. Is that game? Is that the comeback? Whoo! That was impressive. That was impressive. We were like so close to being dead. That was all. Okay, so we're definitely adding more. We're adding more Cruelty of Gix, because Cruelty of Gix has been amazing. It's been like legitimately amazing. I think it's important for people to come to terms with their grief on this sort of thing, especially since people can be emotionally attached to their character. Pretty brutal to lose a character you're involved with. That makes sense. I mean, I don't want to be insensitive to people who are attached to a Johnny. Although I would say Johnny's not dead, right? Johnny's completed. I mean, personally, I've talked about this before. I wish more Magic characters would come and go. I'd like to see more churn. Yeah, the saga was super impressive. Tango, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Thank ya. All right, opponent's playing mono black as well. Oh boy, I wish Jace would die next. At least we have a standard without Jace. This has been the first standard since, I don't even know. It might be the first one since Lorwyn that there hasn't been a Jace. It's been a very, very, very long time since we've had a Jace-free format, and I think we have finally done it. So I would be fine with them killing off Jace. What? Okay, you can pick one character for Wizards to kill off. Who do you pick? Like, it's got to be a Planeswalker, or I guess maybe an iconic legend would work. I would probably pick Jace, honestly. I feel like Jace is just so played out. To me, like, Jace was emblematic of like 2010 Magic to 2015 Magic, like that era. That was a Jace era. Jace the Mind Sculptor, every set Jace, the face of everything. Times have changed. We don't need another decade of Jace dominating the Magic story. It's time for someone else, another character to rise to the top, I think. Irish Ranger, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. All right, second question. Which character would you be most upset over if Wizards killed him off? It seems like Jace is the winner for people would be fine with it getting killed off. If you go the other direction, Liliana, I think we just tick up. We have so many lands, and if we tick down, they can just blitz the underdog anyway. So tick up, attack the hand. Angrath, Teferi, Ashiok. Ashiok, I could see Ashiok getting more screen time. I feel like Ashiok has not gotten everything, has not been explored as much as it could be. How do we do this? Opponent has 2 cards. Well, we definitely got to kill Shieldred. Let's tick up. I guess we just discard the land? It's a little awkward, but tick up, discard the land. Opponent, oh, cut down. What a waste of a discard. We only got a cut down. They should kill all planeswalkers. All planeswalker sucks and we're in error. I don't actually agree with that personally. I feel like hell, all right, Liliana's dying no matter what. I feel like planeswalkers were a hugely good thing for the game, but as often happens, I feel like Wizards maybe overreacted a little bit. Like planeswalkers, I think, were a positive for the game, but once planeswalkers became a big thing, Wizards just went like over the top with their planeswalkers and just putting like, they became the only focus of the game essentially. Like it was it. Every set was about planeswalkers. Every standard was about Jays. They just went too far with it. So I feel like some happy medium is ideal, but I think planeswalkers existing are a big positive. Like the game has grown a ton since the addition of planeswalkers. I don't know if we can say it's because of planeswalkers, but wow, okay. Sex Underbob. Sure. Well, draw a card. Play the land. Yeah, I think we just got to kill the braids. Would be devastated if Wandering Emperor died. That's kind of a neat synergy, actually. I like the braids underdog synergy. That's actually super cool. So you get a free braid stack every turn. Maybe we should play braids in this deck. Well, yeah, kill the braids. Can't have that happening every turn. I would like to see more. Well, I was gonna say I'd like to see more focus on legendary creatures, and it is true that I'd like to see more focus on legendary creatures, but we get a ton of legendary creatures. So I think more from like a flavor perspective, I would like to see more of a focus on legendary creatures. Now let's soar in. Make a vampire. Pass the turn. If we can get this Toxrill down, things could be sweet. Opponent making the bad cut down look good. Goes to combat. No blitzing. Well, okay. Bankbuster draw. Oh, that's a Meatball Massacre. That's a Meatball Massacre. That is the Meatball Massacre. We're gonna get to keep our Sorin too. Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one. The zombie decays. About it. Graveyard Trespasser. Yeah, I'd like to see Legends become more the focus. Like, I don't think every story's got to be about planeswalkers, and that's where we've been for the last several years of Magic. Is every story's about the planeswalkers. I think Magic could sell sets with them being about like legendary creatures. Slaughter Specialist, Spicy. Well. Oh, we're at 11. I swore I'd never do this, but we might actually just say no. We might actually, yeah, I think, yeah, yeah, not this time, Soren. That's the first. I think that's the first time I've ever done that. Yeah, but if we gain 4 and we don't do that, then we're in really good shape. As much as I love drawing cards, it's just like so wrong there. All right, sweep the board. Get a bunch of triggers. Gain a bunch of life. Play a trio. Pass the turn. Dabs. I think they're probably moving in that direction. I mean, they used to have sets like that. They used to be a pretty common thing for Planeswalker, or for Legends to be the selling point of a set. Yeah, we're not. There was some consideration to pitching the Toxtril to kill it and saving the Sorin, but that feels kind of bad. Oh, Meatball's kind of good against Tenacious Underdog, too. Well, all right. Gixu. Starting at the beginning. Take the Shieldred. Your go. The Triump's mostly just a cycling land, although technically it lets us sack our Toxtril Slugs. How would they cost completed card? Real Phyrexian mana? What do you think the chances are of actual Phyrexian mana coming back? Like, not fake Phyrexian mana, straight up real Phyrexian mana. Graveyard Trespasser is probably correct. Invoke Despair, sweet. Opponent has about 1 card. Can't hardly even. Do they have 0 cards in hand? Is that 0? I need a new monitor. My monitor is getting bad. I can't even. Maybe it's my eyes. 2 cards. That's worse. We're at 14. So Invoke Despair is just we draw 3 and they take a bunch. 6, 7, 8. We do get to reanimate next turn, which I guess should play into our choice. You know what? We're just gonna let's do it. Let's do it. Draw 3, take 6. Oh, draw 3 lands. All right. Your go about it. Soul Transfer Sorcery. Opponent down to 7. The problem for our opponent is they're getting pretty low on life. The blitzing of the Underbob does add up. Do Queen Elenia of Rudash and Jenny Faye go infinite? No. Yeah, no. No braidsing. No braidsing allowed. Let me look up at the text, but I'm pretty confident they do not go infinite. Hang on one. Ooh, we get the Trespasser too. Well, I mean, we'll take your Shieldred. It worked last time. Graveyard Trespasser. Eat the Underbob, and opponent, done, and apparently we're the better mono black deck. So Queen Elenia of Rudash, a pretty convoluted name. Whenever 1 or more tokens would be created under your control, those tokens plus a 1/1 soldier creature token are created. And then Jenny Faye says if you would create 1 or more tokens, you may instead create that many 2/2 green cats or 3/1 green dogs with vigilance or haste. So no, what would happen if you had both of these? You would essentially you would be able to, so you'd make a token. You could turn that token into a cat or a dog. Making that token would trigger Queen Elena to make another token, and then rather than having a soldier, you could make that token into a cat or dog. So it wouldn't go infinite, but you would be able to get 2 cat or dog tokens, essentially, anytime you made a single token, if you had both of those going. DMU's been sweet. It's been super sweet. Oh, all right, so what do you think? What do you want to try now? Do we want to try building the Reanimator rebuild? I kind of want to play more. The Gix Saga is just so good. I kind of want to try Reanimator, cut some of the bad cards and see if we can go Reanimator. I don't want to play Mono Blue Tempo. I can't. I'm not that evil. Oh, a reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom. If you need some magical cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com. So here's what I was thinking. Mono black Reanimator, mono black 5-color domain Reanimator. I think that could work. I mean, we could play another deck at some point, but well, okay. So I mean, we could play a different deck. The ones I have built are the Legendary Dragon deck, Naya mid-range, Bat mid-range, a viewer-submitted Reanimator deck, a Cleric deck that I don't know how good Clerics are, Domain that we played a little bit on Early Access Day, same with Advanced Super Friends, Windgraves, or seeing if we can make Mono Black into a Reanimator Mono Black deck. I think that just Mono Black control is good. Like, we only lost one game. And I think that this deck actually has a lot of potential. I am curious to see what the ATO decks. Those are things I'm working on for next week's Against Odds. I can't show you those. Do we have any basic decks for DMU and Arena? I don't think so. I thought I was trying to build around some sort of Sultai auto mill like you were playing in the last stream, but with Slogurk. I love that card. Ooh, Slogurk does sound sweet in that. So here's a viewer submitted Reanimator deck. Let me just show you what I was thinking. So this is like Sultai Reanimator, essentially. Bunch of reanimation, bunch of Cruelty of Gix, get stuff in the graveyard, get back a Sky Turtle, Titan Industry, Toxogen, Gitaxias. What I was thinking, yeah, Fable could be good. Here was my idea, and this might be a horrible idea. Actually, let me make a new copy of this deck because I kind of like that build. All right, so here's the wild idea. Domain. I was thinking we could be 5-color in Domain. So Shadow Prophecy seems really good for a Reanimator deck. Drag to the Bottom seems really good. So we'd add these 2 Domain cards. We would go down Invoke Despairs. We'd go down Shieldrids. We'd go down Sorins. We'd change up our removal and so forth. So something like this. Something like this, with the idea being Shadow Prophecy, Liliana can fill our graveyard, Cruelty of Grix can be our reanimation spell. We can play more Tox Trolls and more finishers, and then we can max out our Rafine's Towers and Zatora's Proving Grounds, and then we can have all of the land types theoretically. I don't know if this would make the deck better or worse, but Green Defiler is sweet. The Wheel of Blood, Sun, and Moon, and Troy Monster. Welcome to the visual. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. So I was thinking something like this, and then you had more Cruelty of Grixes. You had more finishers. 27 lands is a little bit extreme. We could add more. What is the choose Thrain Portal? Something like this? Something like this. So that would be kind of the base of it, and then we just add in a bunch of finishers to reanimate and cruelties. It could work. It could work. I don't think Cutdown's that good. I play some in the sideboard, but I haven't been impressed. I don't think it kills. I think it's good against aggro in specific, but I haven't been super impressed with it as a main deck removal spell, honestly. It's been kind of meh. So like something along these lines. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this would be better. Let's try a game with it. Let's try a game and just see if it even works. And then we can switch to a whole nother archetype if you want to. If you don't like the if you don't like the reanimation deck, well, we can play one of the mid-range decks or something. But I'm just curious if it even works. I think I kind of like the Titan of Industries. 2 Toxrill, 1 Jin, 3 Titan of Industries. That's probably good. Thran Portal is pretty painful, although it does power up multiple things. I mean, maybe it won't be worth it. I mean, maybe this is just way worse than what we were doing before. Isn't Jin better than Titan? I think Titan of Industry is probably the best reanimation target most of the time. The problem with Jin is it's good against like control decks, but it doesn't do much against creature decks. Against creature decks, it's actually like pretty bad. Against creature decks, it doesn't tax any of your opponent's stuff, so they just let you reanimate Jin and die. Defender Tribal's on my list for something. It might be like against the odds, but I mean, it's also possible that Reanimator is better in like Grixis or Sultai or something like that. All right. We'll draw lands. We'll be good. We got a new donation from, oh boy. All right, opponents going aggro. Phoenix Chick A. Well, I don't even know if we're going to live long enough to do anything now. Mono red can be pretty fast. Lose it with a $7 donation. Hey, Seth. Now, play this on, I guess, green. All right. Hey, Seth. With the advent of September, autumn is right around the corner. I'm so excited for all my fall traditions like apple picking, costuming for Halloween, corn mazes, summoning the souls untethered from hell. What are your seasonal plans? So for me, fall is magic trip time. I'm going yeah, we just gotta try to stay alive. Liliana. Ticket up. Down? Up. If we take it down, we're only saving 1 damage and the chick comes back. Yeah, let's take up. I think we take up and discard Cruelty. So yeah, the fall for me got Vegas coming up in October. I'm doing a Magic event in Rochester on the 17th, which isn't super far away. So those are kind of the big things. I don't know. I don't usually do the Halloween thing as far as dressing up, but maybe I'll have to this year. gonna be in Vegas for the Halloween thing, so they're doing a charity event at Just Play Games, so I'm gonna go up and do that. September 17th. Last I heard, there's still tickets around. So if you happen to be in the area and want to play some Magic, Hans Conflict would be sweet. Well, what is the rest of the chat's fall plans? Anything sweet going on? About it. Ooh. Bloodthirsty Adversary. Yup. And Goro. Well, Shieldred. Ouch. Land. On black. We don't want another type here. Pass the turn. Drain you. Do we live? Does Shieldred carry? About it. Has anyone actually done a... Ooh, SCG Columbus is coming up. Yeah, I think there's going to be a stream for that, so I might watch some of it. Reckless Stormseeker. And a land. Oh, this is so ridiculously close. Opponent pumps. Attacks. Phoenix Chicks. Doesn't get it back. I'm so confused. Okay. I don't know why our opponent would possibly say no to that. They're gonna lightning strike Shieldred? The thing is, if they get the Well, if they have lightning, but wouldn't it still be better to get the chick back in that scenario? Well, either way, I mean, we got to block. If they got lightning strike and we don't block, we're just literally dead. So losing Shieldred is better than losing the game. Slightly better. Even if you have lightning strike, though, you get back chick. You hit us to 2. You untap, you attack. Like, Shieldred's doing, it gains us 2 or something, but it's not doing much. Yeah, I mean, I guess either way. If you got lightning strike, they're in really good shape, so. Has anyone ever actually done a magic Halloween costume? All right, lightning strike it is. Opponent being a little cocky about it. Well, we will drag him, I guess. The problem is this Liliana is just gonna beat us. We keep sweeping the, or not Liliana, Chandra, the other 3-mana planeswalker. But the Chandra is just like winning our, oh jeez, Chandra running hot. Has anyone actually ever done a magic Halloween costume, I wonder? I wonder if anyone would know. Like, if you just dressed up as a magic character, a Jace or something, and went out trick-or-treating, would anyone... I wonder if anyone would recognize it. Okay, so... Mono red. Fast. Oh, we need the Titan Industry. That's what we need. I think our painful mana base didn't help there either. All that damage ended up adding up. Ugh, yes. Well, if we get a Titan Industry, they probably can't win, but other than that. Thanks for the stream tonight, Seth. It was past bedtime here in Europe. Good luck with the rest of the games. Hey, Reindeering, thanks for hanging out. Have a wonderful sleep. I'm sure during Gatewatch era, there were Planeswalker costumes floating around with the Spirit Halloween stores. There probably were. I like the last deck with 1 or 2 cruelties. Yeah, my guess is that's... I mean, it's probably better. I think as far as being competitive, I think mono back... Well, I mean, we only played a single game with this deck, so... The reanimation plan might be better outside of mono black. Like, if you're doing this and you're playing the 4... Like, here's the problem. If you're playing the mana base that lets you have all the basic land types, you probably want to just, like, play more colors to take advantage of the fact that you're playing that mana. That's true. If you walk around treating you as a magic character, you probably will like build a commander pod as you go. You'll meet a bunch of other players. Hey, Seth, long time watcher, first time catching this stream. Keep up all the great work you and your team does. Hey, thank you, K-Rad. K2Rad. All right, let's see. Ooh, all right. So no reanimation, but. Oh boy. Burn for days. So we need to get this Titan Industry in the graveyard and then find reanimation and then put it into play. Yeah, all right. Ouch. Thread Portal is so painful. Oh, yeah, maybe this just isn't worth it. How does the Dominaria United stack against the other standard sets? So what's the most powerful standard set? I really feel like we're in a standard right now where there's no super standout powerful set. I feel like they're all like kind of, I mean, maybe Kamigawa would be the most powerful, but I feel like they all like have some power. Okay, well, I mean, get in there, Shivan Devastator. Well, yeah, the cost of our mana. It hurts. About it flips the saga. And Phoenix Chick. And Phoenix Chick. You know what would be a good draw? Just to untap land would make us very happy. Zatora's Proving Grounds. Well, that's not untapped now, is it? Yeah, I feel like this mana base is not going to be worth it. Tag it up. I mean, maybe it's just this matchup that our opponent's like so aggro, but we're just like literally dead, right? We block here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, we'll see. Maybe we're not literally dead. Maybe the meatball can still save us. It does gain us life, although they have the lightning strike. How about it? Gonna be close. Gonna be close. Hey Seth, have you tried any Mono Black shenanigans in Explorer yet? Now that we have access to Liliana. No, this is the first chance I've got to play with this set. I haven't got to play any Explorer with the new cards. Because it just came online and then had Commander Clash this afternoon. So these are literally the first matches I've been playing. Play DMU logo is the 3 free pack code. Hey Seth, first time catching your stream. I saw your Prosper video for Historic Ball. I was wondering if you ever considered adding Varigoth as a sort of semi-tutor with Prosper. Ooh. So I didn't think of that, but I like it. That seems like, oh, this is wonderful for us. This is literally the best way this could go for us. This cannot be... Why are they afraid of Liliana? I don't know why they're afraid of Liliana, but this is good news. This means we are taking 0 damage this turn. I'll play the Swamp. Meatball X2, sweep the board. Oh, if they went in our face, we were in trouble. Yeah, I think that could be very good. Varigoth seems really good with Prosper. What's the sweetest... Or what's the first deck that you're going to build in Historic Brawl with the new set? I really want to build Ivy. I might do a video of it. Might have to do an Ivy video. Well, okay. Let's play the land. Shadow Prophecy. Ay, 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 ay. 5 cards deep, 4 lands, and an Infernal Grasp. Not great, not great. Down to 10. We really needed our reanimation spell there. We need the Gix. We need to read ahead and put this Titan of Industry into play. And we need to do it soon. About it. Attacks. Kill the Goro Goro. Down to 8. Double Lightning Strike in hand. We gain 1. Oh. Okay, opponent's all about that burn. All right, we need to draw. We know we need to draw. We need to draw our Saga or we're going to die. Meatball Massacre doesn't do it. Okay. Pass the turn. Saga. Burn the face to 4. I mean, we're not technically dead on board. We're dead to a 1-mana haste creature or the silly 1-mana Saga. Titan Industry, I think, still would probably do it. Oh no, Ivy for like Historic Brawl. Okay, 1-drop, but not hasty. Well, cycle. We need the cruelty of Gix. Thran Portal, Titan Industry. Well, Meatball X1. Kill the dork. Gain a life. Portal on green. We can't even play the Titan Industry though, because it costs us 2 life. Found it. It says to 2. And top decks. All right, we gotta do one more. That was not a very good test. With our opponent being mono red. I do think that mono black control is probably better than this, but I don't think we can read too much into that. Yeah, the mana base seems too painful. Not enough payoff for the pain. Although when we cast our like super anticipate domain thing and saw 4 lands and a painful removal spell, that was pretty bad running. The Raven Man. The Raven Man's like a cool card. And I think maybe we could build some sort of self-discard deck. The problem is just like the birds not being able to block make it so less powerful. Like, ugh. That's really problematic as far as that card being actually good. If they could block, the card would be sweet. That would be a really sweet, powerful card. But because they can't block, it's just, it's really not great, unfortunately. Opponent. But I do think we'll, oh, wow. All right. That's one that we haven't seen yet. Red. Well, play this on, how do we want to do this? Yeah, let's just play it on black. These, maybe Thran Portal's just bad. We're taking so much damage. These are the Tokyo basics. I think they were a secret layer drop. Is Raven Man good in an aggro shell because you're running Thoughtseize? I mean, Thoughtseize is the kind of card that will help support Raven Man. I'm just not sure if it's... I'm just not sure with it not being able, the birds not being able to block. I'm just not sure it's really strong enough. That's kind of my issue. If it made things that could block, I think maybe in standard you can like Raven Man into Liliana, uptick discard, like some of those synergies. I could see that. But once you get outside of standard, I feel like it's probably just really not worth it, boy. Yeah, I think we're gonna have hooray. Hooray. Yeah, we're so this man. Yeah, this deck's not. Wow, these Thran Portals are so bad. Well, we learned a good lesson about Thran Portal, which is, my God, that card is bad. Yeah, so I think that the answer of this, so Thran Portal, saying it's bad is probably a little bit of a exaggeration. You gotta really be able to take advantage of the domain, and I don't think that Drag to the Bottom in Shadow Prophecy is enough to make it worth it. You gotta really be able to take advantage of it, but I don't think that it's gonna be worth it to power up Drag to the Bottom, to power up Shadow Prophecy. It's just, it's too much life. It's not a pain land. The problem is it costs life every single time you do it. Like, there's no tap it for colorless or whatever. And then Thran Portal early is just painful. Yeah, but it also incentivizes you to play it early because then it's a tap land later. So it's got a, oh boy. So it's got a little bit of weirdness there. If you play it, or you need to play it early for it to be untapped. If you play it late and it comes into play tapped, it's pretty bad. If you play it early and it comes into play untapped, it's pretty bad because it's so painful, which I think maybe it just adds up to it being bad. The exception would be a deck that could really take advantage of the domain, I think. Like the actual 5-color domain deck we played on early access day, I think it might be worth it there because you're getting so much value out of domain, but the amount of value this deck's getting out of is just not enough. I mean, we even have some ways to gain life, and it's still just, oh, so painful. It is not, it's a gate, not an artifact land. Apparently everyone is... Well, all right. Thran Portal it is, I guess. Thran Portal, Inferno Grasp. Well, let's see how bad Paulo is. Is Paulo at home a good card? What's the best budget deck for standard with the rotation? That's a good question. There's a couple I'm working on, but I haven't actually really got got them fully figured out. But the budget magic coming up Monday is the first one of the new set. Also, yeah, if you just want a bunch of super cheap decks, so the idea of the 30 casual deck article, which came out today, the idea of this article is not to be, you're not going to win an F&M or rank up to Mythic or anything like that with these decks. These are like for fun decks, but they're all really, really cheap. They're all in the, well, I guess the prices of a couple of them must have went up with something. I guess Rona's Vortex or something went up, but the prices are all around $20. So if you want a bunch of super cheap options, I think those are pretty good ones. Well, Ziontor's proving around. Pass the turn. About it, the Daps. So what deck are we playing next, chat? What do you want to see? Mono Blue Delver is probably the best. Boy, it might be. If you can stomach playing a Mono Blue Tempo deck. I mean, those decks they're fun to play with, I guess. But ugh. Literally one of my least favorite archetypes to play against. Like, literally the very bottom tier. Clerics, I think, are probably pretty bad, but we can try them. I will say that clerics were better than I thought. They looked better than I thought they would. Considering so many big clerics just rotated. Well, okay. I think we gotta exile our Toxrill. Unfortunately. Exile Toxrill. Kill the Braids. Gain some life. Untap. I mean, I guess it's also possible that Thran Portal is just not necessary with the amount of triumphs that we have. Like, maybe we just don't even need Thran Portal to hit our domain. Hey, what's up, Godfather AL? How are you? Good to see you, good to see you. I mean, I think Esper is probably a top tier deck. I would be surprised if Esper was not top tier. There's so many good people. It was already a top tier, like high second tier deck last standard, and it lost nothing, and it got a bunch of big new additions. So yeah, I don't know how that deck cannot be one of the best decks in the format. Opponent, not, oh, they don't have red mana. I see. Well, our Reanimator deck might be hard casting Titan of Industries here. I guess we should have put that on green. About it. Are we just gonna tutor up a green source? Ooh. Sarah Paragon. Oh, this is much better, I think. Is it much better? So we get to, okay, this I think works. So we take Inferno Grasp. We Inferno Grasp Sarah Paragon. We play Liliana. We take up Liliana. We're going to reanimate something. It's happening. All it took was some Mana Screw. I gotta say, this hostile is not looking very good. Ooh, I bet our opponent was wishing that was a red source. Hostile. I can't believe that Liliana Vale is back in Innistrad Standard. It was my first ever Standard where I seriously saw play. Yeah, let's Titan of Industry. Rhino and Shield counter. Shadow Prophecy. Oh. We know our opponent's got Meatball. I guess we just take the Rafine's Towers. Take up. Yeah, Liliana's definitely an iconic card. It's cool to see it come back. I hope we see more of this. Like, in the last couple of years, we got Ugin reprinted into Standard, which that might not have been a bad idea, or it might have been a bad idea. And then we got Liliana. I hope we continue to see powerful, iconic old cards coming back to Standard. I think it's pretty sweet when it's done well. Oh, all right. Sad Meatball. No. Not 5 Fairy. When I say iconic older cards, assume that I'm not talking about 5 mana Teferi. Anything but that. Alright, take up, discard, Tenacious D. Blitz it. Hit ya. I mean, the plan kind of worked this game. Our opponent was mana screwed, that is true, but it kind of did work. And now we get to Ultimate Liliana. Oh, Snapcaster might be fine. It might be. Let's see it. Let's see the hostile. Come on, opponent. I want to see it. Combo. Sack it. Drain us. Well, all right. Bad news, opponent.
Wipe that smug look off your face. One way or another.
All right. Lose half of your things. Keep the hostile. I think that Jace would be too busted. I don't think we're going to see actual Tron lands. I think we're going to see a callback to Tron lands, though, in Brothers War. I think there's going to be some sort of, like, get 3 lands, do a cool thing. There's signs of that. But I don't think we're going to see... I don't think we're going to see straight up Tron. I think straight up Tron would probably be too strong. That's my guess anyway. I think straight up Tron would probably just be too good. Well, hit ya down to 3. About it on taps. Oh, could we? Should have blitzed. Guess we should have blitzed. I mean, there's no way they put actual Tron in the format, right? I think actual Tron would have to be broken. I don't know. I'm biased. I am biased when it comes to Tron. I will admit, when it comes to Tron, my personal bias is getting in the way. But I have to think that lands, I mean, after seeing Castle Garenbrig be like super stable, really good back to Pioneer, even Modern, like any land that taps for more mana is really, really busted. Oh, could they do a Mishra's Workshop callback? How would they do that in a way that wasn't broken? There would have to be some real... What about land taps for 3 mana, taps for 4 mana? Let's go crazy. Taps for 4 mana, but the mana can only be spent to cast Karn Living Legacy. I think that's the way they could do it. That would probably be fine. If you want to build your deck to try to play that land and cast exactly Karn Living Legacy on turn 1, go for it. You got me. Hot take, Teferi goes back and Mishra wins the war this time. So I'm pretty out of this lore. Who won the war last time? Elserd Rummer. Oh, also worth mentioning, it's Subtober on Twitch, so I think there's a discount on subs. So if you've been thinking about subbing, you can get a good deal at the moment and support the show. But welcome to the Fishbowl, Edsel Drummer. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoop cheer for you. Thank you. Urza what? So Mishra and Urza, are they kind of jerks? Like, I keep hearing, like, so most of what I see of the lore is Twitter, which is probably the worst place to learn about literally anything other than like the most recent news, which you get faster than any place else. But I every once in a while I hear like, oh, they're like kind of jerks or horrible people, but I don't really know, like, I don't know the stories. So they're both pretty bad dudes. Okay. Both of them or just one of them? Both Mishra and Urza. So they're pretty much both. They're both pretty bad. So who do you root for? Like, was in the story, Urza was the villain. Mishra is a bad guy. Urza is a a-hole. Okay. Urza was good, but power slowly corrupted him. I mean, that's realistic. I mean, there's a lot of real world studies that power does do that to people. So I guess that's actually a pretty realistic story. Root for the Frank. Really? You're supposed to root for the Phyrexian solar system. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for you. Thank you. Urza was a protagonist. Not sure I'd call him the hero. Anti-hero? Does it kind of fit that archetype? Like Breaking Bad or whatever, where obviously they were the focus, the, you know, protagonists of the story. And I guess you'd say they were the heroes, but they were also bad people in many ways. All right. Well, let's keep playing triomes. Opponent's off to a fast start, but does not have many cards in hand. Urza was the least evil. Oh, okay. So Mishra was more evil than Urza. Urza, it's like Stalin fighting Hitler. Okay, so they're like both very, very bad then. Hey, Coop Zors. Hello to you and your wife. Thanks for swinging by. Good to have you. Welcome, welcome. Oh, we're getting a little beaten down here. Just a little. Yeah, let's just pass. We can kill something if we have to. Oh, there it is, the hostile. All right. Yeah, let's... I don't think we can keep... Actually, maybe we should exile a Toxtrol. We have 2 Toxtrols. There's no way we're going to use 2 Toxtrols. Maybe this Toxtrol is worth more as 2 life. Yeah, let's go. Let's do that. Actually, you know what? Whatever. We're not going to do that. Maybe we'll find another use for it, like pitching it to Liliana or something. But we are going to kill this Blood Tithe Harvester. Get it out of here. In the Brothers' War, there were no winners. Only 2 overly powerful men-child and a lot of dead people. Okay, then. That sounds like the real world. That is the story of humanity. Well, hit a land, which isn't bad. Play the land. Pass the turd. I mean, in a perfect world, we Shadow Prophecy into untap land in some sort of target in the graveyard and then just Grix it, and our plan actually came to fruition and we actually did it. I don't know if it's going to happen, but that's what we're rooting for. So we dropped to 11. All right, Shadow Prophecy. Something big for the graveyard. Ooh. Tap lands, though. Well, 2 big things for the graveyard. Take the Thran Portal. Take another Shadow Prophecy. Untap land. Well, yeah. Drag to the bottom. Get rid of it. I think we're good. I've never watched Ozymandias. Wait, what is Ozymandias? Oh, what was the name of this show? I gotta see if I can find this, because y'all gotta tell me if this is something that's legit or not. So today was Commander Clash Day. Tomer's away, so Richard was filling in. He played a deck based on Neon Genesis Evangelion. Hopefully I'm saying that right. It's an anime, apparently like a famous anime. 69 JJ, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. I'm always skeptical when Richard and Krim recommend animes, because usually they involve all sorts of like ridiculously over the top things. So I'm always a little bit skeptical. But is this a case where it's actually a good anime that's worth watching? We're gonna reanimate Titan of Industry. We're going to gain 5, blow up Weatherlight complete, and Bastard. Highly famous older anime. So one thing that they both said about it is it's completely incomprehensible. Like, they've watched it multiple times maybe, and you still don't really understand what's going on. Is it very hard to actually understand? Also, is there a dub? Is there a way I can watch this? Because the main time that I actually watch TV is like at night when I'm going to bed. And that usually means I need to actually have like the audio going if I'm going to pay any amount of attention to it. Oh, it's on Netflix. Okay. I started watching an anime, actually. It was like Assassins assassin school or something. So I started watching it, and I didn't realize apparently the way anime seasons work is a little different, because it said it was one season. I was like, okay, I can do this. Like I can get into a season of something, and then Assassination Classroom, and then I looked at it, and it's like 200 episodes, or like it's some ridiculously long thing. So I haven't been watching it as consistently because I got intimidated by the amount of episodes I'd have to go through. I thought it was gonna be like a mini series where I watch like 12 episodes of this and like get a story, but a little bit more in depth than that apparently. But what I watched of it was interesting. Like I did like it, and I've never really watched anime before, so I guess that's a win. All right, we gotta get rid of this Paragon. Meatball time. Sweep the board, gain some life. I mean, I guess next turn we can just start casting Tox rolls. Assassination class. For a starter anime, I'd recommend Bofuri. I don't want to get hurt, so I'll max my defense. Seth, if you like anime, you should check out Tuca and Birdie. So I don't like anime. Well, I mean, I don't. That's probably the wrong way to put it. I don't not like anime. I've never watched anime. I think I've seen like some episodes of like Full Metal Alchemist on Adult Swim back in the day or whatever, but I've never really watched anime. So Krim loves anime. He's like full on the biggest anime fan that I know. Tomer is Dr. Anime, even though I don't think he actually watches anime. And then Richard also likes anime. So they're always telling me about animes and trying to get me into anime. Yeah, I mean, if Rick and Morty and BoJack count. Richard did say there was something about like soul bonding dragons or something in that anime, and for me I was just like, isn't that a Rick and Morty episode? I'm pretty sure I watched a disturbing Rick and Morty episode on this very topic. So maybe Rick and Morty is an anime and I just didn't realize it. Tox on the empty board is so awkward, but what else are we doing? We're getting pinged. I mean, all right, let's play Tenacious D. Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop is a one that I've heard of. I've never watched it, but I know it's like a classic or whatever. Assassination Classroom, 2 seasons, 22 episodes, 44 episodes. What's the anime with the least amount of episodes? Liliana's fine. Get rid of whatever's in our opponent's hand, I guess. Take it up. I mean, is Assassination Classroom good? Is that considered to be like a good anime or not really? Wandering Empire. I do like jazz. I'll discard a Tox roll. One, two, three, four. One, two. All right, let's go X3. Kill Wandering Emperor. Get rid of that. We have another new donation from Lucid. As someone who dislikes anime, I think Cowboy Bebop is genuinely a good experience. The best part is that each episode can kind of stand on its own. You don't even need to finish the season to enjoy it. Also, the movie slaps. Please watch it. See, I can get behind that. Thank you for the $2 donation, Lucid. That makes sense. I could see that. Each episode stands on its own. That's good. I like that. Don't even have to watch the full season. I appreciate that. Maybe that's the one to watch. Assassination Classroom, one of my favorites. I'd say it was pretty good. I mean, the idea of it was interesting. Just reading, I think the Netflix blurb or whatever got me to click on it when I was just browsing around trying to find something to watch.
Fight with the wrong necromancer.
Been watching long enough to know your likes and dislikes and tastes and sensibilities. You would love Cowboy Bebop more than just about anything. Whew. Okay. I mean, I will trust you on that, Capcom fan. You should know. We've all been hanging out for a while now and talking about the things we like and don't like. So I think y'all should know as well as anyone. Oh, well. Yeah, let's talk through them. Play the land. Hit you with the tenacious underdog. I mean, our opponent can kill it. This has been the saddest Oni called anvil I've ever seen. Skeleton down. Triggers. Ooh, let me see, Daniel. 5-color domain. That looks sweet. That was kind of similar to what I had for my 5-color domain deck. Leyline Binding, the Sphinx is good. I wasn't playing Drag to the Bottom in the main deck, but it might be worth it. Have you tried Phyrexian Missionary? I haven't. I just it's in the Cleric deck that people want us to try, so maybe we'll try it here shortly because of that. So it is in the Cleric deck, but yeah, I just haven't played a deck that fits it. I mean, Phyrexian Missionary I think is fine. Like, it's got a decent body. I think it's good in some sort of grindy deck, so I don't not like it. Now, Liliana. Tick down. We should be able to win here, right? Liliana tick down. Opponent almost got there. It's turn 14. Turn 14. They almost managed to get there with this hostile, but not quite. Take down Liliana. I mean, I guess we could have done this in a bunch of different ways. Go to combat, hit ya, and then Infernal Grasp, kill a slug, drain ya. That's the creative way to kill. I mean, that kind of worked. All right, so I don't think that the Mono Black Reanimator deck is as good as the Mono Black Control deck. I think that the mana base against aggro, as we saw against Burn, is just too painful. But it did kind of work, and I do think Reanimator has some amount of potential. Although, really, when it came down to it, we mostly just hardcast our big stuff anyway, didn't we? Going to my LGS pre-release tomorrow. Hope I pull something cool. My friend will probably pull a land like he always does. Oh, the fun of pre-release. Mardu, you want to see Mardu Dragons? All right, let's try it. This deck's so janky. Let's try it. Why not? So this deck's kind of wild. This deck, the idea is, and this might be an against the odds style deck more than a real competitive deck. What's this deck trying to do? We're built around a bunch of legends, legendary dragons in specific. We got Rivaz. Rivaz ramps us into a dragon, lets us cast our dragons from the graveyard. So the idea is, we Rivaz. It ramps us into things like Etsushi, into Ao, into Junji, and then we got Rakadrabik. Rakadrabik, when a legend dies, we get a 2/2 copy of it. So as we play our dragons, they're going to die or we legend rule ourselves. We're going to get their death triggers, and then we're going to get 2/2 versions of them with Rakadrabik, which will also have their death triggers, and then we can recast them from the graveyard with Rivaz to get even more triggers out of our dragons, and hopefully just casting dragon into dragon into dragon is eventually going to grind our opponent out of the game. So that is the idea. That is the plan. Any deck with braids is the best. I mean, I guess this deck could play braids, honestly. Braids would probably be fine as a way to sack our dragons. I don't know what I cut. Maybe we don't need the Rite of Oblivion. How much removal does this deck need? We could try something. You know what? We'll try the braids. Well, we might regret it, but we'll try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Hopefully it'll be sweet. It seems like it could be interesting when it goes off, and I love the idea of Rakadrabik. I was thinking about making your Shrines deck on Arena. Any tips? Ooh, Devin. So are you playing? Let me see. Do I I might need to export this deck list, so I'm putting it in the chat. Are you playing it in Historic Brawl? That Shrine deck? We've played Shrines in so many formats that I'm not exactly sure which one you're building. We played in Historic, we played in Historic Brawl. The most recent one I think was the Historic Brawl one. We haven't played them in Standard, although we might be playing them soon with Zur. The budget one, so the budget Shrine deck. Oh, the new one from today? Oh, sweet. The one from today's article. Oh, that's cool. So the idea is to just get as many shrines on the battlefield as possible. There's not really any big trick to it, other than, let me see if I can pull up the deck list. Other than a mirror box is very important to what the deck's trying to do, because the problem with shrines is they're all legendary. Rocket Robic also helps here a little bit with making non-legendary versions, but focus on finding the mirror box if you can. That's a very important card to the deck, because then we have multiples of the same shrine on the battlefield. If we don't have that, we're gonna have some clunky draws. So that's something that's pretty important to the deck. Otherwise, just play as many shrines as possible and hope for the best. When is the next Memer Dream? So Memer Dream usually comes from, actually it always comes from the list they publish from Arena. So be a couple weeks at least. We gotta wait until they publish lists for the new standard and then go from there. Yeah, Sarah Paragon is, I think, one of the best cards from the set for sure, and it does work really well with Fable for sure too. Filling the graveyard, getting back to Fable, so much value. Although we've seen a couple of Sarah Paragons and we just killed them. When are we getting MTG Goldfish D&D stream? Ooh, so many Thalias, too many Thalias. Well, I guess we attack you. Get in there with the Thalia. We did a D&D video a long time ago. I'm sure it'll happen again. It seems likely. Tomer loves D&D, so I wouldn't be surprised if Tomer finds a way to do it again. Although, I've just never really been good at D&D. I don't know how you can be bad at D&D, but I found a way. It's more the acting part of it. I have a hard time with the, like, acting, getting into a character. That part's just weird for me. Well, Rocket Robic. Are we just playing Esper Control? Or you're just countering all of our stuff? Annoying opponent. Opponent. Cool. All right. Rocket Robic down. And I don't know what our opponent's thinking about so much. No such thing as being good at D&D. Even just saying my character does this is role playing. You don't have to be an actor. Maybe I just like put pressure on myself because I feel like you got to be like an actor to do it. But maybe that's not. But maybe that's not really how it works, or not necessary. No, playing sushi. Attack. We kind of want the non-legendary copy, so if our opponent wants to kill this, we're fine. We're fine with it dying, because then we can play more Thalias from hand and just play Thalia stacks over here. All right, so Thalia comes back. It's a zombie, Rocket Robic. Yes, it's happening. It's happening. Rocket Robic value. Opponent. Tap land. Two Thalias. Yeah, maybe that's a good idea, to just play it for fun sometime. It is true that the only times I've ever played D&D have been for content. And I think part of it, too, is I was like, we were trying to make content of it, and me and Richard, and maybe someone else, but at least me and Richard never played D&D before. So I was also trying to like learn the game and figure out what the game was even about and like how it works and what I couldn't do and what to say while also making content. So maybe, yeah, this is pretty Vincy, isn't it? So maybe that's part of the problem, that maybe trying to learn as you're making content might not be the best way to go about D&Ding. Well, let's block with its sushi. Opponent. Play the land. More Thalias. Stack them up. two Thalias. About it. We're not gonna be casting spells. Not gonna be casting spells today. Okay, Infernal Grass, Athalia. Well, yep. Play some more Thalias. Get some copies of the Thalias. Hit ya. Every spell costs 2 more. Oh, yeah, we could have legend ruled for a third if they hadn't killed that one with Infernal Grasp. Ah, Rocket Robin's so cool. It's just such a cool card. Modern Heartless Summoning Deck. Ooh, let me see, Mother Frogger. Let me take a peek. Ooh. Mirrors of Furion Lupin prototype. Yeah. You can get some really, really explosive starts if you have the Heartless Summoning. I like the Semblance Anvil as a backup plan. That's we've talked before about the Heartless Summoning problem, where you have your Heartless Summoning in your deck's great, you don't have it, and your deck is so bad if you build around it heavily. So I like the Semblance Anvil is not quite as good, but a backup version of Heartless Summoning that helps get around that issue. I'm on it. Sarah Paragon. Down to 7 as well. They can't just keep taking damage. This costs 5 mana. Double Thalia. Oh! Another Rocket Robic. Huh. Well, let's, how do we do this? If we attack, they block and it doesn't die. Yeah, let's just Ayo. And pass the turn. And next turn we can legend rule the AO. It's really sweet that Rocket Robic like incentivizes you to legend rule yourself. That's just like such a unique play style. An opponent can't beat it. Can't beat it. Too many Thalias. Opponent's playing one of the top tieriest decks, I think, in the format, in the Esper deck, and we got him. We got him with Rocket Robic. Interesting question for you. Do you think any cards from any modern Horizon set would be good in Pioneer, Explorer, or Standard? Yes. I think that there are plenty of... Well, you know what? Let me... That's a really interesting question. My gut reaction is yes, although... And there would be several to many of them. But before I say that, I should probably actually look at the set and see if that's true. But I think it would be true. Yeah, maybe something like that. So if you look at Modern Horizons, what cards would I want in other formats? So the top tier, like, most powerful cards, other than, like, Prismatic Fist, so that'd be fine. The top tier most powerful cards, probably a little good. We've already seen Seasoned Pyromancer go to Arena, into Historic, not quite like Standard or Pioneer, but kind of heading that direction. I think once you get past, like, the top tier most broken cards, then you get to the, like, Ice Fang Quaddle. Could Ice Fang Quaddle come to Standard and Pioneer? I would lean towards yes. Like, I think that would probably be okay. Talisman, those I don't know if they do it because they don't really do 2-mana rocks, but that would be fine. Like Unsettled Mariner. I could see something like Unsettled Mariner in a Changeling set or Facilic Mons in a Goblin set. So I think the top tier cards probably don't want that. But once you get a little bit further down the list, that's where you get some pretty interesting cards that I think would actually be kind of fun. Rocket Robic can Legend Rule himself. If you Rocket Robic and then Legend Rule, you'll keep one Rocket Robic and get a second one as a token copy. Yeah, Red and 6 might be fine depending on the specifics of the format. You know, we're gonna play Thalia. If our opponent kills it, then we can play Fable. If they don't kill it, then their Tenacious Underdog isn't doing much at the moment. I guess if they have Rafine, it gets better. All right, Inferno Grasp. Well, this is fine. This lets us hopefully get to our dragons. Well, there's Rocket Robic. Well, Fable of the Mia Breaker. Opponent. Modern Horizons is just a severely warped set by itself. Either you're all in or nah. Like, I think you can do Modern Horizons right. I don't think it has to. Or maybe, I don't know. If you listen to Wizards talk about it, maybe they think they did do it right the last time because they're making more money than ever. And we haven't seen much from Wizards that's like, Ragavan was a mistake or Urza Saga was a mistake. Maybe they view it as a win, even though the community has definitely had some concerns about it.
And you think you can win?
Oh, they're ticking up. Okay. Well, we'll discard a Junji. Ha. Ha 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 ha. How are we doing this? Do we even want to discard anything? If we discard something, it's probably Junji. Yeah, let's discard the Junji. All right, that's not bad. So go to combat, hit Lily, get a treasure.
Watch it.
Play the land at Sushi. Go. I mean, what cards from Modern Horizons would you want to see in Standard or Pioneer? Omnisplan, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, the idea of the deck's really cool.
This was boring and fine. I'll take my zombie.
Hmm.
Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
I kind of want to try to keep that Sushi just because if we can get down Rocket Robic. All right, opponent just got Lily for days.
This is my
Lily into Lily. Kills at Sushi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know what? Let's make those treasures. I think this lets us just play both. Opponent gets in, hits us. Flip the Saga. Land. Rocket Robic. Heyo. And is that enough legendary value? Your go, opponent. The ledges are stacking up. If you'd like to take down your Liliana now, we will accept it. That would be fine. About it. Artifact lands, yeah. What do you think about the original artifact lands coming back? Keep talking smack about Karn. I want to get a bunch of them. I've planted my flag and there's no going back. So, I mean, I like Karn, so I'm actually rooting for it to make me a fool. In this case, I would be fine. I would accept it. Like, I hope the new Karn is good. I just don't see it. I don't see it, and I'm gonna stick with that at this point until some actual evidence changes my opinion. I mean, I will change my opinion if there's. Wow, broke it. Already broke new standard. Rocket Robic Legendary Dragons. Platinum. Tier 4. We did it. Take that, Esper. Oh, I mean, I will change my opinion if there is evidence that opinion's wrong. And I'm rooting for it to be wrong. That was sweet. That was actually a pretty sweet win for this deck. The idea of this deck's cool. Rocket Robic, I just love that card. It's one of my favorite cards from the set. I'm sure we would be seeing a lot of Rocket Robics. Can we still get the avatar at some point? The Flibblethip avatar? I don't know if you can just buy that in the store or not, actually. You ever play Etherworks Marvel decks? I just built one for Historic. And oh my god, turn 4 Ulamog, exile 2 permanents is nuts. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. Energy was so good in Standard. It was like busted in Standard, banned in Standard. Marvel, Etherworks Marvel itself was banned in Standard. Oh, not keeping that. Oh, there's our Rivaz though. But it just hasn't really taken off in any of the older formats yet. So yeah, that would definitely be something I could envision playing, even though I don't think we've played a Marvel deck in Historic yet. There was a sweet, when people ask me about my favorite against odds decks, and this one, it's old, it's an old Standard deck, so I don't even know if it's, how much you care about Standard from 4 years ago or whatever it was, 5 years ago at this point. But the energy combo deck from Standard was sweet. That's on my short list of like favorite against odds decks that I actually made. Hey, what's up, Blue Archer? I'm glad you're enjoying it. I don't know if you remember it. It was the one that you'd spin Marvel with Paradox Engine. So when you cast something from Marvel, it would untap the Marvel, and then it had like the like 7-drop. It just had so many things that would remake all of your energy enough to respin Marvel. So once you got Paradox Engine and Marvel going, you pretty much just like put your entire deck into play. Oh, that deck was so sweet. Oh, that deck was sick. That deck was sick. That's the first time I remembered that deck in a while, but yeah. So if you want to see something that was sweet from a long time ago, look up that again. Yeah, Aethertide Whale. There's like the green like mythic that makes energy equal to the number of creatures you control or something. Yeah, that was a really sweet deck from that season. Babe, welcome to the Fish Bowl for the 1 year resub. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoop cheer for you. Thank you. Thank ya, opponent. Doing some channel landing. Graveyard Trespasser. Alright, yep. Yeah, play the land, Rocket Robic. Pass the turn. Well, we'd like to get this Junji down. Also, Rocket Robic does have Ward 2, which is nice. Like, Ward 2 that's a meaningful ward. That's enough ward that it hurts a little bit. You got to kind of take your whole turn to kill it, that's big. About it. Killing the Thalia doesn't do anything. We'll see if our opponent realizes that. Killing the Thalia is kind of not helpful at all. Ooh, Liliana. Take it down. Take it down. Take it down. Takes it up. Alright. Discard Infernal Grasp. Ooh, Rivaz of the Claw. Also spicy. Are we going to lose to Liliana? Alright, let's just play Rivaz. Pass the turn. Hey, doing well, Gabby. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Are we playing Explorer today? You really want to see Explorer Clerics? No Explorer today. All Standard today. But I will definitely add Explorer Clerics to the to-do list. All right, discard Junji. Opponent passes. Well, play Junji. From the graveyard. That's the turn. We're getting the value. We're getting the value about it. It's kind of working. We got to make sure we don't get Liliana ultimated. That would beat us. Inferno Grass. Gonna kill the Rocket Robic. All right, so that bit of fun is over for now. I mean, that's fine, though. We still got Sushi and Fateful Absence. Pote it. Riveteer's Outlook. We get to kill the Lily. Are we just... Is this deck good? Did we accidentally build a good deck? Kaladesh is such a sweet set. I hope we return someday. I mean, if we're already returning to Eldraine, I think we'll return. Like... Ooh. Really? 2 cards in hand? Wait, do we have Rocket Robic in the graveyard? We do. Oh! They have a Titan of Industry. Well, okay. On second thought. On second thought, we will take a Titan of Industry. Yeah, that's good. That's pretty good. I don't know where that came from, but we will take it. Plaza of here. Legendary Dragons. Oh, that was sweet. That was sweet. Coro, welcome to the Visual. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. What do you trade Rudes of Might for in white-green enchantments? So I hate to say this if you're an enchantment fan, but I think that the rune-style enchantress deck is pretty much dead. I was digging around, and I can't find anything that works like the runes do. There's very few enchantments that are cheap and say draw a card on them in that way. There's no Runeforge champion. So I think that that style of deck where it's like play your Generous Visitor, play your Kami, play your Runeforge champion, sling a whole bunch of enchantments, make your stuff huge. I think that just isn't going to exist in this standard. I think if there's an enchantment deck, maybe it's like a Zur enchantment creature deck. Maybe it's a Saga deck. That could be possible with like Weaver of Harmony to double it up or something. But I think that like Turbo Enchantress style, I don't know if you can make it work anymore. Another possibility would be fun would be like Ivy. We saw a couple people during early access, and we're probably gonna have to play this deck somewhere, some version of it. But like the Ivy Light Paws, just trying to double up your stuff. We still do have Farewell. What do we want against this deck? Opponents just... A lot of people are playing mid-range. We've played so much black tonight. Everyone's hyped about Liliana, apparently, because everyone is playing black decks. So this is just good old mid-range. Yeah, let's go down Coyote. Coyote, I think, is really sweet because you can get multiples and do, like, the indestructible lock, but not good against Lily. Is it me, or do the mythics in this set feel lackluster? I like them. Lackluster compared to some past mythics. That's probably fair. However, I'm glad that we're not as snowbally as we were. This isn't a super snowbally set. We lost some of the snowbally cards at rotation, like Werewolf Pack Leader or whatever. Some of those, like, I play this cheap thing and just like the value spirals and I win the game. So I feel like we're heading towards a healthier place. So yeah, there's if you look at the mythics in this set, I would say, like, I think Joda is something people are sleeping on, and Joda's really good. I still think Sarah Paragon's, like, gonna be one of the best standard cards in the set. I think Sheoldred's kind of underrated. We played it in Mono Black Control today, and it's a good mid-range threat. But these are all, like, fair value-y cards. Joda might not be. Joda's pretty explosive, but Joda also is 5 colors, so you gotta put a lot of effort into it. So these are all fair value-y cards. None of these are like, I play this and it wins a game by itself on its own. There's stuff that you gotta play in and tap untap with. You got to play it in attack with. You got to in combat damage with for the most part. But I think that's good. Like, I am actually way more excited about this standard because that's how these cards are. So is a power level lower? Yeah, I think it's fair to say that the mythic power level isn't as high as some past sets, but I'm viewing it as a good thing because I think the power level is a little bit too snowbally in past sets. I mean, Karn, I think, is just a... I've talked at length about Karn. I think Karn is just an utter disappointment. And the only thing that makes sense to me is they're printing a good one next set. That's the only way it makes sense. If they're printing a very good version of Karn next set, then I will accept it. Well, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just discard the land, I guess. Try to keep all of our powerful stuff. Oh yeah, I mean, this is my favorite time to play Magic. Rotation is it's like my Christmas. Everything is fresh and new and exciting. So yeah, this is the best time to be brewing decks. Ooh, don't want to miss a land drop. Well, it's sushi. I do love these Death Trigger Dragons. Like, if our opponent kills them, we're still getting value out of them, which is huge. Opponent. Looking at Itsushi. Killing Itsushi. Yeah, let's exile. We want lands. Okay, land and Itsushi is actually pretty good. Opponent gets in, hits us. I'll play the land. Play Itsushi. Pass the turn. The dragons keep coming. Oh yeah, I think this set's... I really like this set. I know Krim, we were talking about on the podcast. Krim's also like kind of mad on it. I love it. I love the flavor. I love the nostalgia. There are so many aspects of this set that I really, really love. All right, Rocket Robic, Legends, go. Is Rocket Robic actually like a good card? Maybe Rocket Robic's good. Maybe it's not an against odds card. Maybe it's not a commander card. Maybe this is like an actual legit card. Yeah, the trick is just never to attack. If we never attack, our creatures are never tapped, and we never get got by the Wandering Emperor, and life is good. Well, smack you with it, Sushi, pass the turn, ayo! And he can go infinite with Luxor and Teferi. And Jax is, ooh, that's actually super cute. And opponent scoops it up. We're kind of crushing people with this deck. I threw this deck together because I liked the idea of it, but I didn't think it was going to be good. Are you saying Rockin' Robin? Wait. Rockin', yeah. Tweet, tweetly, delete. Isn't that the song? Isn't that the card? Rockin' Robin. Tweet, tweet, tweet. Oh, boy, I don't even remember that song. Who is that song by? Is that Elvis or something? That's like super, super, super old. No, I'm saying Rada Drobic. The Orzhov legend that we were playing in this deck. Rada Drobic. Not in our hand at the moment. Ooh, there's Braids. Braid sighting. The value of this set seems like it's going to tank after release. That's probably... Well, you also got to remember we're going into a small standard. So even if some of the cards are not like super busted, they might still be pretty playable because they're just not that much competition. So in some sense... Ooh, Bante. In some sense, the power level of the card is really dependent on its environment. And in a small standard, it doesn't take that much to see play. So is it likely that the value goes down? Yes, but I wouldn't be super worried about it. It seems like, looking at prices now, the value's already come down a lot. Like Joda at $8. I am kind of surprised that Joda's as low as it is, honestly, because I feel like this is just like Commander All-Star going to be like incredibly popular in Commander. Even like Jaya, I think feels better than $9. Rith is $5. So I don't know, maybe the bulk of the value drop has already kind of happened, because a lot of these prices, you know what the most over Timeless Load is at $34, and I don't get it. I really don't understand the appeal of that card. Explain it to me, chat. Explain it to me. Why is this card? So I like the idea of untapping it with Teferi. We are going to play a deck. I already built a deck around untapping it with Teferi in Standard. But this is like one of the most played Commander cards in the set. Like, people are so hyped about this. I think it's top like 3, top 2, like literally one of the most played cards so far that we've seen according to EDH Rec. Why? You can only play it in 5 colors. And even in 5 colors, I'm not sure it's really playable. Like, and I know we're talking about Commander. We're talking about Commander. Play what you love, play what you like. When I say playable, I mean optimal, not like you shouldn't play it, because people get all caught up on that. And that's not what I'm meaning. I'm not trying to tell you, you know, what to enjoy or whatever. But I don't think it's like good. I don't think it's something where it's like, okay, I need to play this to build an optimal 5-color deck. I don't even think it is optimal in a 5-color deck. So I'm kind of surprised that it's getting as hyped as it is, because I just don't really see it. And maybe it is just a Lotus name. I mean, in a 5-color deck, I'd rather play Chromatic Ori, I think. Like, first off, how many 5+ mana rocks can you play? I don't think the answer is that many. And then I think I would rather just play Chromatic Ori. Or Hedron Archive. I'd rather have my Hedron Archive, honestly. Now let's play Braids. Play the land. Hit, you get a treasure. I'm coming around to Braids being a sleeper from this set. Like, look at this synergy. So we attack with the Goblin. We get a treasure token. We can sack the treasure. Our opponent doesn't have an artifact, so we are guaranteed to be able to draw the card. So I think that Braids is actually... It's going to take a little bit to crack. It's a little bit of a complicated card, but I think that Braids is actually a really good card. And I think that Braids in Commander is even more exciting, because remember Braids trues for each opponent. So that same line where we sack an artifact, if you can do that in Commander, you could be drawing 3 cards each turn cycle. I feel like you could do more interesting things than just be a part of the Anvil deck. Not that it would be bad in Anvil. It's probably a good card in Anvil, but I think it can do more than that. I think it has more potential than just, oh, throw it in Anvil and it'll be okay. Well, get in with the Goblin. Worried about Wandering Emperor. This seems like a very likely Wandering Emperor turn. So get in with the Goblin. We're just going to do the same thing, I think. Yeah, there's the Wandering Emperor. Opponent. Sure.
Remember your training.
Yep. Sack the treasure. Ooh, all right, Rivaz. That's good. Pass the turn. Braids does seem strong with artifact tokens and blood tokens. Yeah, I think that's probably the way to go. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure that the new Lotus is better than Gilded Lotus. It actually might not be. Own it. Goes attacking. Well, okay, block here. Flash this in. Coyote time. Make Braids indestructible. Kill your dork. Ooh, Shauna. Spicy. Well, okay, then we probably gotta kill that. That's gonna draw too many cards on the end step. Oh, Temu. Okay. Sure. Sure. All right. Well, Shauna's going off here. We get to loot. So many lands have been drawn. Oh! So many lands. Well, let's try to kill the Wandering Emperor. Play Rivaz. Also worth mentioning, you know what else gets better is these channel lands actually get a decent amount better because they all trigger based on yeah, let's Sexcellus this. Oh, there we go. There's a Rocket Robic. They trigger based on the number of legends you play, so we can like channel this for 1 mana now. So I think all this legendary support is kind of improved. Yeah. Let's just do this. Channel it, make it dork. Kill it. All right, so opponent's gonna get to draw a bunch again, but we're getting our synergies set up. We just need some dragons. We need some of our death trigger dragons. Extraction specialist gets it back. Wow, not paying. Opponent wants to draw with Shauna. I mean, Shauna's actually been pretty good here. My little buddy Teddy has gone up to me and cuddled me on my head with my pillow for the first time this morning. Big dude's getting used to the place. Aw. Well, I'm glad he is coming around. Oh, this is gonna be sweet. All right, Rockadrobic at Sushi. This is what we wanted to see. Here comes the synergies. No attacks. Sakatsushi. Opponent lets it go. We will make treasures. Get a copy. Pass the turn. We probably should have tapped the Rivaz. Pass the turn. This is gonna get interesting if our opponent can't kill our stuff. About it. Well, I mean, this is a pretty free block. Actually, maybe, yeah, let's do it this way. Kind of don't mind this at Sushi dying. What a sweet setup. Yeah, it took us a while to get things set up. I wish we had tapped the Rivaz and then we could leave up Plaza of Harmony for protection, but we're still not in bad shape here. There are some synergies once it gets going. Hey, what's up, Joseph? How's it been? I haven't seen you for a minute. How have things been? All right, Fateful Absence, gonna kill Rockadrobic. Yep. Sure. I'll draw a couple cards. Well, Infernal Grass can get rid of the Shauna. Opponent. Gonna draw a bunch more. Opponent's drawn so many cards. I feel like they've drawn way more than us, but I guess I actually haven't. Oh, this set's super sweet. It is super sweet. Okay, Sundown Pass. Kill the Shauna. All right, Tamio safekeeping. Well, play at Sushi. Play Thalia. Pass the turn. Sack the token. Draw more lands. All right. I mean, I think we're getting there eventually. Also, some jank you consider. Heartless Summoning Eternal Scourge Titan's Nest. Ooh. That sounds sweet. I like the sound of that. About it. Yeah, it's in. I mean, eventually they're going to have to play something, right? They can't just draw cards with Chana forever. They're going to have to do something other than this if they're going to win the game. A Jano. Sure. We will draw a couple of cards. So also means our opponent doesn't get any life, so they don't get. Oh my goodness. Hi, 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 hi. Where's our dragons? Where are our dragons? Attack with Coyote and pay 5. I'm worried about the Wandering Emperor mostly. I don't really like tapping our important creatures, but maybe it's worth it. About it. Oh, protect the braids. But yeah, that's the main concern is Wandering Emperor. And Fateful. Okay. Well, I mean, that's upside of drawing a lot of cards. You draw a lot of cards, you find a lot of removal. Play a land. Rivaz. Pass the turd. We need some dragons. Sack a treasure, draw a card. Okay, Junji, that's a dragon. That's a dragon. We're slowly heading in the right direction. Gala greeters. I mean, so the other thing is too that this deck just gets like, it's gonna generate overwhelming value once it gets going. Although I will say the Shana has done some real work for our opponent, but it's gonna generate overwhelming value once it gets going. So risking our stuff unnecessarily doesn't really seem worth it. Okay. Rocket Robic Junji. That's what we wanted to see. That's what we wanted to see. We're getting there. Opponent, gonna draw a couple cards. Passes. Well. Junji. Play a land. Rocket Robic. Pass the turn. Sack Junji. Get a copy of it. Reanimate Rocket Robic. Legend Rule. Get a copy of it. Pass the turn. Opponent cycles a Triumph. The value is starting to stack up. It's starting to stack up. Ah! And 20, opponent sees it. Opponent sees the engine running. They see the engine running, and opponent scoops it up at 27 life. You don't need to attack if your opponent's just gonna scoop once your deck does cool things. Oh, grinding them out. Thalia seems kind of bad in this matchup. We'll just bring in more removal probably. Bring in a bit more removal. Go down the Thalias. Run it like that. Hey, Sea Dragon, Archmage. Thanks for hanging out. Is Pilfer going to be a standard stable for black? Hey, see you, Mother Frogger. Good luck tomorrow. Good luck. I think it's a sideboard all-star at a minimum. We'll see. We'll see if you need discard in the main deck. I play over Duress. I know other people have still been playing Duress. I think it really depends on the meta. I think the flexibility makes up for the inefficiency, but we'll see. But I think there's certainly a role for it. We've seen a lot of 2-mana discard spells in the past that have certainly seen a lot of play in standard. So I expect that this one probably will as well. I mean, I guess you can also play it alongside Duress too. Like that is an option. Wow, it just runs out Extraction Specialist. Well, that makes me think our opponent's probably gonna try to Shana? Opponent, Seiju gets and hits us. Well, in 2 turns we start to play big things. There's the Shana. Alright, this is sketchy. Opponent's gonna draw not draw so many cards. I'll play the land. Fable of the Mia Breaker. Pass the turn. Ugh, Brutal Cathar. Annoying. Wow, we need to find a sweeper, really. Discard. Oh, those are not sweepers. Those are not sweepers at all. Well, ayo. Yeah, opponent's just kind of curved out and not feeling very confident with where we're at now. If they have like another Brutal Cathar, we're essentially just dead to this curve out. About it. Come on. If they have to kill it, at least we get the death trigger, and that could help. Yeah, we really wanted a sweeper. With all these dragons, is splashing Rith unreasonable? No, you can splash Rith if you wanted to. It is a legendary dragon, which works with the theme. Oh, wow. Okay. Opponent discards their hand of bad removal spells. Well, do we hit a sweeper or do we die? Lenalore Loam Speaker. Sweeper bust. Infernal Grasp does not do it. All right. Well, that was something. Well, let's bring in even more removal. So opponent's playing apparently a ridiculous amount of exile-based removal. Maybe we bring in the Lilianas? That's even more removal. We really just want to hit a depopulate there. If we hit a depopulate, we would have been in wonderful shape. The opponent's just all the removal. All the removal possible. All right. Well, we will match them with all of our removal. Oh, so who's going to pre-release this weekend? Oh, I don't think we can keep it. Oh, well, a disappointing way for it to end. A very disappointing way for it to end. Aww. Aww, the mulligan to 5. LGS has terrible surprise support. Yeah. Well, I guess that would be a reason not to go. All my money this week goes to new music. Oh, what is the music you're after, Aracalypse? Oh, yeah. Sad times. On Sunday, I'll be helping my LGS by hosting tomorrow's one. Oh, tomorrow's pre-release? Sweet. About it. Shauna. Yeah, it's a treasure. Well, discard this. I don't even know at this point what can get us out of this. Infernal Grasp. Actually, play Plaza. Infernal Grasp, Shauna. Kill it. Make a treasure. Pass the turn. Oh, you're getting married this weekend. Congratulations. Yeah, playing DMU is the code. Opponent with a big planeswalker. Taking down the big planeswalker. Finds even more Shaunas. Yeah. 5 cards I don't think is going to be enough here. Fire done! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super TV. Thank you. About it. Passes. Draws 0. We flip our Saga. We draw nothing. This is so bad. Well, we kill that. We kill this. But yeah, this is just... Yeah. I think it's scoop time here shortly. I've seen comments that the new Dominaria set feels like a core set. That's an interesting take. Yeah. Well, 5 cards are just not going to do it against the card advantage. So disappointing ending, but that deck is pretty sweet. I think actually all the decks we played today were pretty sweet. So if you want to go mono blacking, yeah, I don't think it's the power level of a core set, but I could see like the returning character aspect. Like I could see how that could come across a little core set like. But yeah, so what did we learn about our decks today? Mono black control. The deck's really good. If you like it, I think there's still tons of I mean, obviously it's the first day of the set release, so there's obviously a ton that can be done as far as tuning and changing. But if you like Lilianas and killing your opponent's stuff, Invoke Despair, Shieldred's really good. Tenacious Underdog's really synergistic. It's a solid deck. And then the Dragon deck, that last game was disappointing because of the mulligans, but it does really cool things. So I'm sure I'll be seeing more Rocket Robic, and the synergies are just really sweet. But on that note, everyone, I think that brings us to the end of our first full Dominaria United stream. So next stream on Tuesday. In the meantime, tons of stuff's going to be coming out on the YouTube. So keep an eye out for that. Lots of cool decks out there. If you missed anything, check out the replay. And one more reminder that our sponsor tonight is Card Kingdom. And if you need some magical cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com/MTG Goldfish. Most importantly, thank you to all of you. Y'all are amazing and awesome and spectacular. And I love y'all. I hope you have an amazing weekend. Enjoy your pre-releases. Or if you're not playing Magic, enjoy whatever you're doing. I don't care what you're doing. Live life. Love it. Have a great time. Y'all are amazing and awesome. We'll be playing more new standards soon. So thanks for hanging out, everyone. I love you all. Have a great weekend. And I will talk to you soon.